Welcome to a new week. It is Monday, April 4th. It's time for Market Movers with Trader Pratt and Miss V.
Yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us. As usual, please be active on the chat, ask us anything, and smash the like button. I hope you're having a great start of a new trading week. And Prad, a lot of names are moving. What is your focus at today?
Yeah, a lot of stuff are moving indeed. Watching the China stocks, watching, even the BABA again, once again, MULN once on the leaderboard. Lots of fun, lots of stuff to talk about today. So feel free to throw it in the chat. At the moment, I was just watching Apple on Nasdaq. Got a nice short off on Apple, but didn't trade it properly. Got a nice long off the 177. Didn't trade that properly either. Tiny scalp over here on the short. Tiny scalp on here on the short side. Just taking it easy on the trading today. First day back into the seat after a good weekend. Just taking it nice and easy. Trying to see what opportunities we can get at the moment. Also trying to look for a short in the futures. Maybe if I can get a nice short off in the futures, that would be great. Futures coming back to the high a day. Let's see if we can build into a decent little opportunity here. Just trying to see off the resistance around 44.60, sorry, 45.60, 40 to 45.65 area. If 45.60 goes, we'll just get back in at a different price point over here, which would be around 45.60 or 65s. So here comes a possible break off the high a day, and market getting ready to go a little bit higher. So still strength in the market there, not really showing us weakness. There goes the market, and we're just waiting for the confirmation of 45.60 actually holding on the bid. Still seeing a lot of green, which I don't like exactly to be watching right now while I'm trying to see if the shorts are still in play in front of 45.60. And this is actually a level that Arun gave us not too long ago. ES, what am I doing? ES, bang, bang, bang. Type in ES over here also. There we go. So around 45.65 to 45.60 is, I believe, what the level are is levels that Arun gave to us. Already took a short before that off the open today. Well, not off the open, around 9:39 or so. Building a nice little scalp short, trying to replicate a little bit of the same trade over here. Market is trying to reject off those same levels, and there we go. We capture some profits, and we'll wait for a little bit more down move in case we do get to work out a better average, obviously. But I don't think there is much weakness in the market today. Not too long ago, market took out the high a day there, and we're getting ready to most likely push again. Yeah, I don't really like the short. We're getting ready to push again to the north side. Earlier on MNQ, which is your Nasdaq futures, I believe, where's my MNQ chart? Oh, I don't have one up anywhere, but I believe these were both shorts, if I remember correctly. The first short was a quick scalp, second short was a quick scalp. That was basically getting in front of the 15,000 level, and then I had an order to get long 15,000, which never triggered. I don't know what happened. I need to go figure out why that order didn't go through. Obviously missed out on a monster long move off that 15K break on Nasdaq futures, but still no complaints. Happy with my trading overall. I guess something to figure out is why that order did not go through. Miss V?
Yes, Brad, here is the question on the chat. Can you check WB Vibo and why it's moving up? Vibo is a Chinese name, and today a lot of Chinese names are moving higher. Here we have our watch list. Those news are supporting the move, so I will send you the link. Please make sure, guys, you are having this in your bookmarks. Check it every morning, and yes, so maybe we can take a look at that WB or any other Chinese name that is moving on those news, Brad.
Yeah, so I did say Chinese stocks are back on the watch list once again because regulators coming in saying that they were going to once again work with the U.S. side and how whatever that needs to be figured out. So WB, WBO on Nasdaq. Up in decent territory today, almost 5-6% over here, with a little low on the volume end. But let's go to Baidu. I know Baidu back to 150, which is crazy because we were looking at 138 not too long ago. Baidu up almost 9% here. Baba also taken off along with NIO, but looks like NIO was a little bit weaker compared to the rest of the Chinese stocks, which has been getting seeing trouble in front of the $24 area, but holding well above 23 today and giving you a nice longs in front of 23, but still rejections around $24. So if we just go over to FXI, which is a very good way to keep an eye on the Chinese ETF. We could take a look over here where there's 16 million shares traded on this ETF, large cap Chinese ETF, and up almost 3.5% today. Just trying to continue rip over here. So let's quickly take a look at what BABA looks like. BABA walking into maybe resistance around 119, 120s. We'll gladly like to short the stock in front of those numbers if we do get up there today at some point. And also we have a couple areas around, I believe, for Baidu. Baidu also around 155s, 50 period. Sorry, is that the 50? That's the 100 period EMA. So above the 100 period EMA currently for Baidu, and just not too long ago, I remember shorting it from 138 to 132s, which was a pretty crazy trade for me. But yeah, Chinese stocks back on the docket. NIO. Let's quickly go to see if NIO 24 area, yeah, makes sense why we're seeing rejection around there. I would like to actually short that on NIO now that I see that. Let's see if we can get back to NIO and quickly get a what's the high day today? 24.61. I don't think that's actually true. High day is not even 24. While the Chinese stocks and North American ETFs are trying to go higher here, maybe we wait for a confirmation of 24 breaking and being a weak break before trying to even take for a short over here. But obviously, so far, all we've been noticing is rejection coming in around these levels for NIO, while BABA and everything else have been taken off. LLL. Let's go check out LLL. I believe that's on NASDAQ. LLL on NASDAQ. Not really doing any volume, so not sure what you want me to talk about over here. No real trades to be even made of on LLL. Doing absolutely no volume. 0.61 relative volume, and it's actually halted on the way up right now. So maybe there's something coming into the stock allowing it to halt over where it's halted. But keep in mind, the relative volume is very low. We need a lot more volume for it to be even relevant for us, which could pick up after the halt opens up after the halt. So we will be pulling it up in a bit over there. Thoughts on PayPal? Looking to break, I reckon. PayPal. Thoughts on PayPal? So PayPal did get over 120. That's pretty surprising to me. I thought we would see rejection of 120 a little bit more, but good job PayPal for getting above 120 today without a doubt. We could see a nice move up to 121, 122 before we see some rejection on PayPal. The fact that we're above 120 just makes me not even want to bother looking at it at this moment, because I was thinking about shorting it at 120 today. So obviously we're 30 cents above it. If a rejection does come in, this would be around the time where, or we still got a couple more, 50 minutes or so before lunchtime, so we could see rejection afterwards into lunchtime too. But my idea would be around 120, 120, 150 is where we see some rejection coming into PayPal.
Right, a lot of people talk about Chinese names. Makes sense. China is in focus. A lot of names are going higher, and here people talk about that TKAT. Also nice jump to the upside. Now trying to test high of the day, and I need to work on my pronunciation of focus. Focus. How you say that?
Yeah, focus is good.
Focus.
Yeah. TCAT 9 million shares trading today, as Ms. V already mentioned, still moving up, but looks like we could see some exhaustion coming into these Chinese stocks that are overextended a little bit. What am I doing? That are overextended a little bit, so we're already seeing some of them rotate back to the downside, especially Baidu and BABA, which would most likely be the number 1 and 2 weighted stock of FXI. So let's quickly go over here. FXI ETF holdings on usually I just go to ETF.com, so let's quickly go to ETF.com and see if we can find what the holdings are in this real quick. Nope, this is why we go here. So do I see anything? I'm struggling. Okay, there we go. BABA 10%, Tencent 8.5%. I know Tencent had was in the list of the basket stocks over there too. What is Tencent's ticker? Tencent's ticker is all right, well, I can't find it right now.
Tencent
THC?
ticker?
Yeah. THC? Not on a watch list, but do we want TCEHY? TCEHY on pink sheets. So doing tons of volume today on pink sheets. Obviously, there it goes, up 2% with 2.24 million shares traded overall. But I think the Chinese ETFs in general, or the Chinese stocks in general, are kind of slowing down, as I mentioned not too long ago, because the FXI ETF is also turning back to the downside. I'm surprised that it's not loaded on there, but okay. THC is Bud. That is true. THC is Bud. You're correct. What do you think about Palantir? Obviously, we love Palantir over here. $14 holding is very happy to see that. Originally, I would have taken the $14 breakout, but I was more focused on other stocks on the day, such as Apple and just let me just quickly go back into the short over here on the futures, which looks like they want to come back to the downside. And we'll take that. All right. So $14 holding is very great. Now that we're actually seeing it's trying to take out the high a day one more time at $14.57 on Palantir. But I think I have a line around $14.50 on Palantir where, yeah, there you go, around $14.50. I think it's just $14.49, which are slightly above already without a doubt. So let me just repaint that to $14.56 is what I just repainted it to. Not too far from the day's high. So if we do see a rejection coming in on Palantir, I expect it to be around the day's high and also when the market is turning back around. So let's take a quick little short, give it to the high day. If high day gets taken out on Palantir, we don't want to be holding it anymore. So just a quick little short, not risking too much size past our entry on it. And obviously, if we do get stopped out, we get stopped out. But if it ends up being a winner, we end up scalping a nice little winner on that. And at the moment, we are also short MES futures, which are only 75 cents in the money, or not 75 points, 1 point in the money basically right now on the way down. Let's see if we can capture more of a move on this future short, which is basically the same level from earlier, 45.65 level, trying to work with that level a bit. And make that money back that we lost on 1 or 2 contracts over here, if I remember correctly. Also need to go check on a couple positions, such as Plan. I need to go check on this one and throw some orders. So let me just do that here quick. Miss Sweet, until then, you want to take over?
Absolutely, guys. And here I want to hit this animation because it's a wonderful day for Tesla, guys. I hope you caught that move to the upside. I know that some of you are still holding to that 1140s level. Let's hope we will get in there. I really want to see Tesla to rip, and there is a room. And good news, good number for deliveries. Markets are up, so everything works perfectly fine for Tesla. So my first entrance into the long position was at 1088. Stock went against me all the way until 1073, but I was holding patiently and averaged it at 1079. So my average became 1084. That was like a little bit stressful because market went up at the open, but that's the kind of what was a little bit against of what markets do, but then spiked all the way to the upside. And with my average 1084, my last out is 1120, which is $36 per share in the money. I absolutely love it. And again, congratulations anyone who's still holding any percentage of your position in Tesla. Let's go.
Awesome. Palantir came off quite a bit there. We were 10 cents in the money at one point, I believe. Now we're only 3 cents in the money. But obviously, I got to remake my my stop for Palantir here to make sure that we're adjusting our size at the same time. Already captured a couple contracts on the way down for the MES futures. So now we're trying to see if we can hold it for break even, which we're currently holding for a little bit past our break even. Not really worried about it too much. There's some decent size on the offer, but obviously you want to keep an eye on your ES contracts when you're talking about size. But for the most part, algos will pair up the size on either of them on either side to make sure they're paired up. Palantir looks like it wants to come back up top a little bit, but we have our stop out there. We already captured some of our size on the way down on the nice little flush on Palantir. Market's trying to see if we can see some rejection or some more strength on the way back through the higher day test, which is currently 15,100 on the Nasdaq. and I believe on the S&P 500 it is futures that is 45.63 or something along those numbers. So stocks do want to look like they want to come back down, and in that notion, Miss V already talked about Tesla. Let's go see if Tesla wants to push down here from 1130. Looks like high day 1131. We're a couple dollars all the way on the way down here. Apple, let's go check out where Apple is doing. Apple, the stock that we were already short off the open, and I traded pretty poorly on it. Yeah, we're in the profit, but very poorly traded on this one, so I'm not too excited to even talk about this trade. Overall, though, giving you another opportunity before the high day, which is around 178.21, to get back short if you want to. So for anyone who is interested in loading up a short on Apple, which is fairly strong today, notice the opening drop from 175 breakout all the way up to 178 highs, and then we're seeing rejections, but holding VWAP all the way up through this up move today. It's a very strong move on Apple in general. And Microsoft was another stock that I actually shorted off the open. Traded pretty decently, also got long near VWAP and traded pretty decently in my opinion, and overall done with this trade at the moment. Not really seeing if I want to go back short in these areas. Just gotta let the stock do what it wants to do, and we can come back at a different price point obviously for Microsoft. Palantir, let's go check out what Palantir is doing. We'll see if it's coming back down for us or not. Palantir is trying to come back down. We do have our stop obviously, so we're not worried to see what that one does eventually, and we're probably going to capture some more profits on the way down. So let me just quickly just throw some orders down here, and donezo. Awesome. PLX breaking out. PLX, I believe, is on New York, NASDAQ, AMEX. All right, it's on AMEX. PLX doing 105 million shares today. Tons of volume obviously going on this stock over here. My chart's not loading up, so let's just give me a second. There we go. 76% today, and it is indeed breaking out the high a day. Not too far out there. Looks like we want to take out the $2 level on PLX very soon. Let's quickly zoom in over here and then zoom out to see if we can find any levels that it wants to go test around. Yeah, like $2 just stands out because it's a nice and even significant number, right? But we also have these highs around 220s and 250s, which the stock could easily go to test, because it looks like we have a gap fill coming in. Not sure what the catalyst is. Is it just the earnings catalyst? No.
There is catalyst up on positive data from a genetic disorder therapy study.
Okay, awesome. So they do have a positive catalyst that Miss V just shared with us, a genetic disorder study.
Yes.
Genetic disorder study. So Protalix Biotherapeutics coming into with the genetic study that could most likely help people in drastic ways in the future. Let's quickly go back to Palantir, because Palantir is giving us more money than previously handed out. So I'm thinking about covering some more shares over here, Palantir, on the way down. Let me quickly throw out another order, take out some liquidity, remake my order over here on Palantir to what size I have now. Basically, that's I'm remaking my stop in case it does actually go back there. I don't get flipped long. This is just managing my orders, managing my shares in basic in the most basic way. No other way to put it other than that. Let me also throw some orders here for some more short on this stock, which is Activision. So we'll just throw it up here, all the way up there on Activision. Awesome. Bang, bang. All right. Best show out there by far. Thank you, Sam Troy. We appreciate those nice comments. Obviously, we're here to help all of you on a daily basis. That is our goal, and we appreciate every one of you coming by and you know, hitting that like button. That's the best part. The best thing you can do for us is smash that like button. Can you please check the level 2 for LLL, PLOX, and PLX, LLL? Let's go check out the level 2 for LLL. I do know there was no volume happening on this one earlier, but it looks like it opened up from the halt and opened up pretty far up from the halt. So it halted at 430, opened up at 475. So pretty decent up move off that halt zone. Ran up to $5.20, which is where rejection started coming in, and we're not able to find any shares above $5 to trade for LLL at the moment. I'm expecting yeah, so that's good. I'm expecting the relative volume to speed up, because now we're at almost 4 million shares compared to 500,000 shares, and overall now it looks like there could be some trading opportunities on LLL. But keep in mind, this is a low float stock. 2 million float, and 2.87 of it is shorted. Still, a lot of games can be played on this stock overall. I'll be a little hands off on it. I think it's easier for me to trade like PLX on Amex, which is doing 100 million shares today, about to break out past the $2 level, already near the high a day area. I think there's way better opportunities to make money on here. In all honesty, than it is to go venture with LOL over there, which is very scary, to be honest. Very scary in my opinion.
A few people talk about that LGVN recent flyer to the upside, guys. Looks like we found support level at around 1264, trying to bounce back higher. But let's see if we break that level to the downside and continue the down move as we down more than 17% of the day, or it will rebound and go back to day highs. We have 6 million volume, which is not bad. So good luck on Longeveron.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go check out Longeveron. Obviously, 18% down on the day. We'll put it into SSR mode. Just for clarity, I did close my MES short for anyone who was wondering if I'm still in it. We did scalp it out at the same level. I was watching it on the second screen over here while Miss V was talking. We saw buying coming in not too long ago. These are 3-minute candles, so it looks like about 9 minutes ago or 6 minutes ago is when I basically closed it. Maybe I should have mentioned something about that. So obviously, we are out of it because MES wants to once again try and go take out the high day. Now, coming back to Longeveron, obviously, as mentioned, 18% SSR. You cannot short the stock by taking out liquidity on the bids. You got to stand on the offer, or sit on the offer, or dance on the offer. Whatever it is you want to do on the offer, you do that and wait for an uptick on the stock in case you want to go short. At the moment, it looks like that's going to be a hard task for the stock to do. Still struggling to really go back to the upside and find any buyers. Let's see if eventually we'll be able to do so. We've had a pretty big up run on the stock from $7 to $40 not too long ago in November 2021, and now in the starting of 2022, obviously a lot of it has been given back. In the recent days, we went from the $5, $6, $7 to almost $20, and again we're starting seeing some rejection. So it looks like some normal activity on Longeveron, LGVN, trying to go find some support on the way down. We're looking for some buyers around 1222 area, especially notice how in pre-market and after hours consolidates near these 1220 areas or even $12 flat areas. And if you pull it back on the dailies, I think Miss V said something around 1220 or something.
For the support?
Yeah.
I believe 1250-ish.
Yeah. So we'll see how the stock does around those levels, obviously, on the way down for Longeveron. All right. AMD breaking out. Let's go check out AMD. Obviously, AMD has been weak for quite a bit now. AMD negative, positive, up and down, left and right, doing what it wants to do every single day, and not really making people happy, no matter what angle you look at it, right? So AMD, I'm happy because I'm long around 102, 103s. So as long as it doesn't go back to 100s, I guess I got nothing really to complain about on this one. Today, pretty much flat, trading sideways, even though we did break out pre-market low at one point. Go test one supports near 107 and finding buyers. Now rejection around 110, which is standing pretty evident in our face. Let's go to NVIDIA since we're talking about AMD. It's hard to not look at NVIDIA when you're looking at AMD because obviously your chip makers all move along together, and here's NVIDIA today, which is looking a lot stronger than AMD. This has been the trend for quite a bit now, and up 1.73%, bouncing off of VWAP every single time, unlike AMD, which isn't bouncing off of anything. And Intel, let's go last but not least cover Intel. Intel looking the strongest of them all, the strongest chip maker of them all, without a doubt, Intel. Let me just throw this order out here. Bang. All right.
Mark SY on the chat asked, Miss V, do you have positions in Tesla? What your support and resistance? Thank you. Well, Mark, I just out of my long trade on Tesla, I was looking for support level at 1086, which is pretty strong level. And of course, I gave it a room all the way until 1076, 1075. So that's where we found the low of the day so far at around 1074. So my average on Tesla was 1084. And my last out was 1120. But again, if we take a look at higher time frame, we already broke that 1133, and next level we can see will be around 1140s. So let's go Tesla.
Thank you, Miss V. Roblox. Someone just called out Roblox in the chat. Roblox high day 50.27. I think this is a great opportunity to go short Roblox, risking the high day. Let me just quickly look at Roblox on the daily. So look at the consolidation near 50.78. Looks like we could pop up a little bit more if Roblox wanted to, all the way up to $51 and show us some rejection. But it would be stupid for me to not take the short and risk the high day, because the high day is not too far from here. And looking at the market, what might the market want to do at the moment? The market might try to go find the retest off the high day and possibly break out of that, or go back to the downside, and if it fails the high day, basically. So based on that, we're only a couple pennies away from the high day on Roblox. I don't want to. They're gonna make me chase it, so it's okay. We're gonna have to chase it a little bit and see if we can get the fills that we want. And in that way, we can really work with the short over here. Obviously, like as I mentioned, we don't want to put too far above our stop. And Roblox is chopping 45 to 51 before it will eventually break out. It is trying to test the high day or go back to the downside. And right now, not holding 50 is a very good indication for me, because I might just add some size on the way down over here if it shows some weakness. I'm not seeing a lot of green prints. There we go. We're seeing some yellows and some greens, but I want to see a lot more. And I'm also going to filter my tape at the moment, so I only see size that's valuable to me, which would be over, I would say, $50 stock. Let's go 199.
I want to give a shout out meanwhile to William James for being a member for 2 months. Thank you so much. I hope you are having a green day, and shout out to all the members. We appreciate your support a lot, guys. Also, MULN, another name on our watch list today, has a news catalyst. Also, it has announced it promoted former Tesla executive John Taylor to the role of Senior Vice President of Global Manufacturing and Strategic Planning. MULN trades on 31 million volume. So, Prag, whenever you want to take a look at that one.
Yeah, MULN. Another day, another day for this stock, just going crazy up. What is it? On 5%, up more than that at one point on SSR day 2, because I do remember Friday it was down more than 10%, I think, if I remember correctly. A little low on the volume end. We are used to seeing the stock being over 100 million shares around this time of the day, so it looks like it is slowing down. There is a relative volume also, standing with me, basically agreeing with what I'm saying over there about the relative volume, and only 0.5. Basically, any stock that's over 1 or 1.5 would be good. Some people wait for even a relative volume of 2. If a stock doesn't have a relative volume of 2, they don't even bother trading that stock on that day. So based on those indications, MULN, yeah, it's up on the day, still trying to hold up in front of $3. We did dip as low as 282, but I think it is slowing down quite a bit. On this stock without a doubt. Palantir is being called out by Henry Z, the Dank Fund originator. The man who originated the Dank Fund himself is calling up Palantir. Let's go check out. Up 4.6%. I did cover one more of my long, because we are seeing somewhat of a battle in front of a previous high day, which happens to be 1445, 1447 or so. We'll see what happens on Palantir in the near future. Now only up 4 cents in the money, so nothing really to talk about on that end, but still profit is profit. Big move on AMD. AMD, wow, nice move on AMD. I want to go see if any tech top e-commerce buying the dip in quality names. I'm guessing CNBC is talking about the AMD dip of some sort, because this kind of pump around stocks like these only happen when someone's talking about it somewhere. So I'm not sure what the reason is, but AMD getting a nice little move, and I can't complain about it because we are married to AMD, as the running joke is over here. So no complaints, just racks in the bank. Just let the stock keep on rising to the moon, and we love it. Nvidia moving up too. So I'm guessing it has to be somewhat related to the news over there, because they are talking about tech stocks and e-commerce. I'm not sure if e-commerce comes into Nvidia over there or not. Roblox moving up quite a bit over here. Let's see if we're going to take out the high of day. We do have our stop at the high of day, and we're just going to let it go. There goes the high of day, slightly by a couple pennies, and we're going to let this one go. Tiny loss, not too big of a deal on Roblox. And obviously AMD is what we're talking about. AMD still moving up crazily, still very close to the high of day over here, and AMD near 110 should be a barrier. We know how weak AMD has been in previous past too. So for anyone that is looking for a short opportunity, especially when the market's trying to take out the high day over here, and they did successfully. S&P 500 took out the high day by a couple points. Nasdaq took out the high day by a couple points. All of them moving. Looks like AMC is also moving. Sean just called out AMC. Let's go check out AMC. Ooh, on New York, not Nasdaq. AMC and Nasdaq. What's AMC doing? Oh, sorry, on New York. What am I doing? AMC currently also moving back up north side, well above VWAP now, trying to see if we can go test the high days near or opening price points pretty much around 2340s, 2350s. Let's quickly go to AMD. I do want to build a short in front of AMD, risking the high day over there. So let me see if I can do that while the market's trying to go test the 4565 area overall. And we already looked at Apple earlier. So let me quickly go look at Apple one more time after building into the short. Apple. Let's go take a look at Apple. Wait. Did I throw I threw a wrong order, of course. 110.5, 110.36. There we go. Correct order has been put in. And now we're going to Apple real quick. Let's go check out what Apple is doing. Apple not really doing much while the market's trying to take out the high day. So MES walking into 45.65. NQ walking up to 15.10106. So here's your NQ futures, NQ M22CM, both moving well up in the north direction. Nasdaq now up 1.63% on the day. Tech sector booming without fail, and S&P 500 futures also trying to keep on ripping to the north side. I'm gonna try to get back into my S&P 500 futures short here, which was the original short from the day. Let's see if they can give me any fill on that price point. Valeria?
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, sure. AMC, wow. AMC still moving up, I guess. I mean, AMC did move up not too long ago, and now we're seeing AMC try to bring in more volume above the VWAP area. Would be great, obviously, because markets are trying to keep on move higher for the day at the moment, without a doubt. And what is the market currently doing? S&P 500, as mentioned already, up 0.5%, and Nasdaq up 1 full percent, trying to come back down. Did they not give me my MES shares? Are you kidding me? Whatever. We'll just take it.
Meanwhile, yeah, we've got a super chat from John Borges. Thank you so much. Valeria, please take a look at Hertz. Thank you for your super chat and for being with us. And for sure, let's take a look at Hertz, as it's ripping also today, up more than 9%. And guys, we have news catalyst on that name. Actually, here you can see that Hertz is up after company is going to buy up to 65,000 Polestar EVs over 5 years. So here we have that move, and also of course we can take a look at higher time frame on Hertz.
On Hertz, yeah, HTZ. So obviously the article coming in saying that the Polestar GGPI they're investing in about what, 60,000 over 3 years?
65,000, 5 years.
5 years. I thought 3 years. Okay, so obviously EV sector heating up, and a lot of these rental car companies are trying to load up on these Polestars before they even come out. What is Hertz on? HTZ. HTZ on Amex?
Nasdaq, I believe?
Nasdaq? There we go. Finally found it on Nasdaq. Miss V was correct. So HTZ, man, we're trying to see where this one will go to eventually. We did see it move around not too long ago from pink sheets into back into this market, if I remember correctly. And now once again we're seeing it get waking up. Go, it's alive! It's alive! Today with 3 million shares, almost 9% to the upside. Let's go take a look at GGPI. If that is the ticker for Polestar. GGPI, or is it something else? GGPI, Guggenheim. Yeah, Gore's Guggenheim. This is the one for Polestar. What is GGPI looking like today? 8 million shares, but looks like a lot of the trading has happened, just sideways action on the stock. Not much really to the direction that we wanted to, which is north side. We're waiting for when GGPI actually decides to wake up and take off to the north side. Same way as his brothers and sisters, Rivian, Tesla, and so on did at one point. Coming back to a couple of my entries over here, AMD looks like we did get stopped out, but we got right back into AMD because, you know, we had exactly, the stop was around not too far away from here. So we just got back in, right in, giving the same high day almost. Let's see if AMD works out from there. Activision is already working out for us. We'll quickly show you Activision at the moment. And Palantir is pretty much flat for me. Maybe opportunities to load up on the Palantir, sure. Pretty much near our entry where we previously were. So let me just see if I can throw some orders out for some short. Nope, that doesn't work. Why did that go above my stop? That's hilarious. Let's see if they can give me some shares. I guess not. I gotta remove my stop to take some shares short. So we'll just do that. Yeah, I don't want it that far high. All right, we'll get back in our short, and now we're gonna throw out a stop at the high day pretty much for Palantir. Awesome. Thank you, Palantir. AMD still coming downside, but the futures are not really doing anything for us at the moment. Out of the money, but, you know, not really far out of the money where we have to close our short and then get out of it. So far, only shorts on the board. We're short Palantir, Activision, AMD, and the futures, which are now working for us. So AMD is also working, and futures are bringing down the rest of the basket with us for us. And we're about to capture some of these profits. Let's go.
Let's go, Prat. GME is also reaping. We're up almost 2% on the day on that name. Again, we found kind of support at that 157.65. Ripped all the way to 169. Now looks like going a little bit lower, but if we take a look at a higher time frame, here is support level on GME at 167. But if we break that level and we hold strong above that one, there are more chances for GME to reap to 170s.
GME, huh? GME still moving around there. I'm gonna actually cover 1 or 2 contracts off futures here off MES because I don't want to watch it come back against me and then not have profits already captured on it, right? So obviously we're gonna hold the other 2 while it comes down. And in the meantime, GME is what Miss V called out. GME was moving around quite a bit there. Also looked like AMC, right? It's in the positive note. Looks a lot like AMC. We'll see if GME can manage to keeps on going higher and test the 170 area. Looks like the high day 169, 169.25. At the moment, AMD is coming down. We already threw out some orders which kicked into profit territories. We'll throw out some more orders to the downside over here, see if those will fill on the way down, because Nasdaq and S&P 500 looks like we are seeing rejection one more time at the very same level that Arun called out. Looks like on the trainee chat, or I'm not sure, or if one of the trainees asked Arun, but basically the level was 45.65, all the way from 45.60 to 45.65, and we have been getting beautiful scalp opportunities. I don't know why I'm scalping futures, but beautiful scalp opportunity shorts in front of that level. Obviously, you could just flip on the long side and just build longs all day, most likely, because the market is indeed looking very, very strong to us. The market does not want to go into the negative territories, especially how we traded off the 15K break on Nasdaq. I wanted that 15K break along, and not sure why my order didn't work out for me. But overall, we missed out on a beautiful opportunity, which I believe I would have still been holding on to. So no complaints, just gotta let that one go overall and come back to it in a different price point at a different level that offers that opportunity to us. Quickly going to Palantir. Palantir is trying to move up north here, very close to our stop, which would be the high day. We are only a couple pennies away from our stop. Still positive on the stock, but it could turn around and end flat on it. Let's see how Palantir behaves around these barriers, while NASDAQ and S&P 500 really don't know what side they want to decide of going into. Let's go AMD shorts. AMD shorts were in the money, but now we're flat on it. Let's see if AMD does end up working out. I do not have a stop anymore on AMD, so let me just quickly go do that right now. Miss V?
Sam Troy, best show online. Oh my God, Sam, so much support from you today. Thank you so much. I also read that your kids love the show. Like that's the best you can hear when the whole family watching the show. Thank you, team. Appreciate you with us, and I hope you're having a wonderful, profitable day, or at least without losses. And again, still more than 3,000 people are watching us right now. We would really appreciate if you like this video. Likes are free, guys, and it's really important for development of the YouTube channel. As more likes we get, YouTube algorithm works like that, and more people are going to be attracted to Trader TV Live. And here he is, Issa Muhammad, second super chat for me today. Thank you, Issa, love you. Missed you so much over the weekend, and I hope you're having a wonderful start of the week.
Thank you, Miss V. There was some decent size on Palantir, 1460 over there. You know, not too much. There was about, like, I believe, let me just scroll down. There it is, about 28,000, 50,000 shares sitting on 1460. Well, once we went to 1460, we immediately saw a little bit of a rejection move coming into Palantir. Maybe that barrier acts as a decent barrier for me. That's basically where my stop is set to. On the break of 1461, we get out for a tiny loss on Palantir. Basically ends up being flat on that trade after scalping some shorts. Let's see if this reload was a mistake, or if that reload once again starts paying for us. NASDAQ and S&P 500 is basically what we're waiting on over here. If they can decide what direction they want to go into overall, I believe that will lead us into a win or a lose on Palantir, AMD, and other stocks across the board, such as even Activision, which at the moment is trying to decide what it wants to do along with the market. Let's go quickly take a look on Apple, which is what will sway the market in one direction or the other. So Apple at the moment coming back to VWAP, closer to $177. We'll see if Apple can find buyers around VWAP, which it has so previously. Microsoft's above 313, which is around VWAP, and bouncing off of that level, still showing some decent amount of buyers and no sellers coming into play just yet for the market, which, you know, worries me for my AMD short here. But obviously AMD has been so much weaker than your other chip makers such as Nvidia and Intel. Nvidia at the moment took out the high day not too long ago and ripped past up to 275 and 275.58, showing us the break of 275 only, now coming back down. Let's see if not Palantir, if AMD is coming back to the downside. We are seeing some buyers coming in front of 110, which worries me obviously, which makes me want to take out a little bit more size of AMD over here on the way down. Make sure we capitalize on those profits and not let the stock turn back around without realizing some profits over there. Ban Mr. Karen, Trader Prad. Why are we banning Mr. Karen?
Lol. Just our favorite troll, Mr. Karen. Karen be like,
Palantir, that 1460 size looks like it has been cleaned out, and we might just get stopped out over here on Palantir, which puts us flat on the stock on the day. But as I mentioned, you know, we're not too worried about it. If market does want to take out the high day, there goes Palantir. Ta-da! So if market does wants to take out the high day over here, which could very well happen, I'm not really seeing NASDAQ take out, S&P 500 take out the high day, but we are seeing NASDAQ play around with it. Let me show you what NASDAQ NASDAQ looks like NQ/M22CM. NASDAQ high day, which is 15,109, and we're currently at 103, 105 areas. And ES, I'm still short on my ES, and still waiting to see if it wants to go past my order type, or does it want to come back to the downside. All in all, AMD still just giving us profits in the downside. Miss V?
I'm just calculating in here. So 1 in the morning showed 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 super chats so far from Isa Mohammed. Isa, thank you so much. I don't even know what to say. Just honestly and sincerely sending you all the positive and kind energy, and hope you're having a great, wonderful day. Guys, Tesla at this moment still at 1131 level. We gave up a little bit to 1828, but I mean, it's just a chance to buy more, in my opinion, and super excited to see Tesla go to 1140 level. Talking about Mr. Karen was calling out that 1140 level in the morning, and a few people too. And guys, when I went long at 1086, again, I was looking for that 1073 level, but I was a little bit confused that we are going lower. So with your support, with you calling out some levels, really helped me to stay strong and have this beautiful trade. So thank you, community.
I just closed my AMD short by mistake there. I was just trying to throw out a couple orders to the downside, and I just full closed AMD with the keystroke. Looks like we're gonna have to let that trade go now, and we're just gonna have to focus on the other trades. Obviously, Palantir got stopped out. Roblox got stopped out not too long ago. Let's go check on Roblox. What is Roblox doing? Still hanging out pretty close to where we got stopped out not too long ago. Looks like after market taking out the high day there on S&P 500 and on the ES, we're not really seeing Roblox move around too much. Still have the barriers around $51 for Roblox. Let us see what it does near 51. If it does manage to even get there today, I believe it could, because the market wants to keeps on trying going up there. I'm gonna go add one more short opportunity for the futures over here, because we are pretty close to the not the level. We're very close to the level that we were all mainly talking about all day, and if this level ends up taking out, then these could be the longs just coming in, raining in the opportunities for anyone who are looking. For example, your Apple's probably bouncing off of VWAP there. Yeah, pretty decent 30-cent bounce off of VWAP coming in off of Apple. Microsoft probably bouncing off of VWAP too. Microsoft was already above VWAP. We already saw that not too long ago. And let's go check on Nvidia, which is trying to come back below 275 once again, but still holding strong, not going too far to the downside on Nvidia. Tesla 1140. Let's go take a look at Tesla. Tesla apparently still trying to stay above 1,000 and go test those all-time highs near 1120s, I believe was the number for Tesla all-time high. Tesla all-time high 11,200s. Yeah, 11,200. Sorry, why did I say 1120s? So still very close, only $100 away for Tesla to test the all-time highs, which could come in very soon, very hot. Let's go take a look at what futures look like at these resistance levels that we were talking about earlier. Gotta unfilter my size, because obviously no one's trading 199 contracts of futures at one time. So let's unfilter that size. Let's see what these contracts are coming in. Quite a bit of buying still there, but obviously you want to also keep an eye on what Microsoft and Apple are doing. If Microsoft and Apple are booming to the north side, that could be a reason for you to not stay short futures, because those will help take out the highs in the futures very easily. So MES or ES, whatever you're trading, 45.65. If you are short, be very careful in case NASDAQ or not NASDAQ. Yeah, sure, why not NASDAQ? Well, Apple and Microsoft mainly, those what I'm talking about. If they both take out the highs over there, you don't want to be sitting here too much. Greetings, chat. Yo, what's up, Lone?
Yo, Lone.
ATER. Go check out ATER on NASDAQ. ATER, 70 million shares traded today. And what is it trying to do? Okay, there we go. ATER loading up. Actually having a pretty good move off the open itself. Moving all the way up from 250 to 37. 37 is where we're seeing a little bit of a rejection. High day happens to be around $3.70. Still holding VWAP though, but that's the overall indication that we want to focus on. The fact that the market, sorry, not market, the stock is able to stand above VWAP and looks pretty good above it at the moment. Not really seeing too much of a rejection below it, and volume is still there. Let me just quickly go take a look at what the relative volume is for this one, which is ATER. 57 times. So relative volume is just showing you how many eyes are staring at the stock today, without a doubt. NDX broke high. I'm guessing that's the Nasdaq you're talking about over there. Yeah, obviously Nasdaq taking out the high day not too long ago. S&P 500 is pretty much at resistance at 45.65 and struggling to go too far from there. S&P 500 only up 0.5% on the day, whereas Nasdaq is up 1.68% on the day. So obviously this is what we're looking to see can happen on the futures. If the futures can go lower, give us some opportunities to the short side, or if futures going to go higher and give us some opportunities to the long side. Any opportunities that we can take advantage of. And I need to actually go throw some orders. So Miss V, do you mind taking over?
Yeah, just reply Mr. Karen for some beautiful, great ideas for my businesses. And meanwhile, guys, I also was trading SPI. We have SPI on our watch list. Energy name provided an upbeat 2022 revenue forecast. Low float stock. Let me tell you exactly, 17.6 million free float, which is low. We now trade on 6 million volume, nothing really happening, but I caught it on the move to the downside at 3.45, then like 3.37 bought back, 3.29 bought back, and I'm looking for SPI to break that level, as I still hold 60% of my position. Again, have been able to make a few cents on that one. And now, guys, let's go back to the chat.
Awesome. So what stock was it you're talking about?
SPI.
SBI.
P.
SPI, yeah. There's another stock that I want to talk about, which is JP Morgan. I know JP Morgan had a catalyst based the Russia-Ukraine conflict. They talked about how they're going to lose about $1 billion. Obviously, $1 billion for normal people like us is a lot, but for banks, that $1 billion is almost nothing at this point in time. Every single company in the world now is almost $1 billion worth of company, especially when Apple has come to that $3 trillion mark at $182 price or something, or was it something around 182 if I remember correctly. So obviously 1 billion is quite a bit of money, let's be real. But JP Morgan obviously not caring about that news article and just living its life, not caring about the paper, or not the paper, the newsletter that the CEO himself has given out to all the investors, and looking pretty good today. They did dip off the open up to $133, as you guys can see. Opening price 134, dipped down to 133, 132.89, ripping all the way back up to 137, and now finding support slightly below VWAP, which also happens to be the 100 period EMA. So trading in a 50-cent range between 130 and 135, sorry, 135 and 135.50. Let's see what happens eventually if volume can pick back up. Let's go check on XLF, which is the financial ETF. Very, very good indicator to keep an eye on in case you are trading your financial stocks, your bank stocks in general. XLF today looking a lot like JP Morgan, but obviously JP Morgan started consolidating sideways above, slightly below VWAP, and we're seeing a little bit more extended move on the XLF over here, which looks like it does want to let me just do this over here. 45.67, 345.66. Stop price, limit price. Awesome. I guess that should work. Fingers crossed that order works this time. All right, let's see. So XLF obviously not looking like JP Morgan, a little bit stronger than XLF, obviously, without a doubt. I like the stock AMC. Let's go check out AMC. AMC still moving up north, looking good on AMC over here. Still trucking north side without a doubt. But we are waiting to see what happens near the high days area, pretty much where we are right now, near $23.50, $24. high day 23.75 on AMD. I believe Sean got a pretty nasty short off the open on AMC, all the way up to $22 and finding support in front of 22 for AMC. Congratulations for anyone who is invested in these at the moment, because obviously you are in the money from all the ranges from $16-20 to the downside. But yeah, we want to see what happens today on AMC overall. GME obviously one of the other ones that was moving up pretty well, without a doubt, to the upside. Let's go check out what GME looks like now. GME going to, oh, that's not GME. GME looks like it looks a lot like AMC also. Pretty similar charts over here for GME and AMC, while the market's trying to take out the high day, baby. There goes the S&P 500. Pretty much still around the same resistance, 45.65 area, only up by a point or two. Still waiting to see what the market does over here. Nasdaq got 15,118 to the upside on the Nasdaq. Oh, my voice is already going. Why? It's not even lunch o'clock today.
Sam Troin here, Vancouver, BC. Day Trade the World, prop traders, huge. Sam, let us know if you are from Vancouver. Day Trade the World will be so great. Recently visited Toronto, Vancouver, such a beautiful city. So yes, Team Canada. Mr. Karen says, money percent more to go on Tesla. Indeed, guys, Tesla is very strong today, just not giving up at all. And again, I'm just looking forward when we hit 1140 to see if we break there, or we'll maybe like just move sideways a little bit. Or who knows, maybe we will go back to Viva, but I don't really see that for Tesla. Very strong name today. And maybe later we can take a look at automakers sector overall, if any, for example, Ford doing the same, but I love Tesla.
All right, where are we going to next? Let's quickly check over some volume leaders today. Twitter. We saw how Twitter was moving crazy. I know Elon has invested about 9% of his money into Twitter, which is crazy. We'll see what happens. Obviously, a competition between Twitter and DWAC now going to emerge out of nowhere. DWAC was supposed to be a little bit of keeping an eye on position for Twitter because of a possible partnership between Elon, who was complaining about the freedom of speech on Twitter itself, and how it's a de facto town square, and how it needs to be encouraging freedom of speech and not pushing down freedom of speech overall. And now he goes out there and puts some money into Twitter himself. I'm guessing this is one way to start the change, which is good. So Twitter obviously today was pretty range bound. Let's go check what Twitter is looking like right now. Still range bound, right? Just trading sideways. Support at 47, resistance near $50, is giving you shorts in front of 50 and longs in front of 47 for anyone who wants the opportunity. I would have liked a short break in front of 47 to the downside, or a long break of 50 to the upside. Neither of those trades have come up today on Twitter, so just gonna let that stock do what it wants to do, is trade sideways all it wants, and we'll find a trade when the opportunity actually shows up. But DWAC was kind of a sympathy trade that you could use off of the back of Twitter over there, but more in the direction of south, obviously, for DWAC, because if Twitter and DWAC are competing against each other and Elon is going on Twitter's side, then obviously there's going to be a lot of people who pick Elon over Trump, not bringing politics into this, just how people love Elon, and on a normal basis. A lot more people, in my opinion, who love Elon than they love Trump in general. So based on that, I think Twitter was going to benefit more off that catalyst than DWAC ever will, but a possible sympathy trade being leaked into this stock over here, without a doubt.
So guys, if we take a look at automobile sector here, you can see the Tesla huge blue spot, kind of the same color as my shirt today, as Neil says, Carolina blue, baby blue. GM is almost 1% to the upside. Ford is pretty much flat, down 0.18%, and that BWA down almost 1%. So Tesla is definitely the leader. Wow, Sam Troy sent us a super chat, 69.99 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much, Sam. I like that cute dog emoji jumping with fireworks. Thank you so much for all your kind words, your support, your super chat, and your generosity. So glad to have you on the team. I absolutely love our community and positive money vibes in here.
So Elizabeth says, not true that Elon is more popular than Trump. Well, you know, like I said, in my opinion, obviously it could be my age base too. But yeah, without bringing politics into it, I believe Elon is more famous and more. Has a bigger cult-like following than Trump does. Obviously, Trump has a bigger political background and can bring in more money for companies such as DWAC and so on. But who's the richest man in the world right now, right? So who can bring in more money besides Jeff Bezos and Elon in general? And if we were to quickly do the scan over here, Elizabeth, if you ever have those type of questions, you know, Google Trends is a great tool that helps traders such as ourselves find out what type of trends are going on in the world. So if we do have that question, which, you know, I actually have that question right now, President Trump, Donald J. All right, so now we can just go to worldwide, and then all categories in the past. Let's go past 5 years, right? Let's quickly see which one is Elon and which one is. There you go. So it looks like Trump is actually winning over here worldwide in the past 5 years, and especially during the what's it called, the presidency. Looks like around here he picked up a lot of notoriety is the word I'm looking for. So it looks like Elon is for sure the not Elon, sorry, the Trump is for sure the king of the battle between Elon and Trump.
Why would they even battle?
Sorry?
Why would they even battle?
No, it's just a trend battle. Who's being Google searched more? Who's being looked up more? Who has a bigger following in a way? But you know, I still believe Trump is no, sorry, not Trump. Elon has a bigger cult-like following over there, which is an absolute you talk bad about Elon and we'll come fight you type of cult. But I guess Trump has that too. We'll see what happens eventually. Elon Musk versus Donald Trump is a valid test. It is a valid test. You know, obviously, it's just a test of where the trends are in the battle of especially in the battle of media, because they're both advocating for truth. They're both advocating for freedom of speech, and they both want to battle Twitter in general. But now that Elon is investing in Twitter, I think the battle is still going on for the supreme leader of social media. And who will that be? I don't know if it's Facebook will be the leader in that for too long. Pretty sure Elon crowd much younger than that of Trump. I don't disagree with that for sure. A lot of Elon followers are still very young. They are your Tesla lovers, your Starlink lovers, and so on, and they're still very young without a doubt.
Okay, requesting a poll: Team Trump or Team Elon? Just kidding, guys.
Who's the better meme lord? I think the better meme lord would be Ryan Cohen at the end of the day, because he has to be the #1 meme god himself. I've yet to see anyone do the things that he does on the market. So #1 meme god has to be Ryan Cohen without failure. Where are we going to? And do you want to come on? Awesome. All right, we're just getting ready. Our guest trader of the day, whenever he wants to jump on. Where are we going to? We're like in team any. I'm not sure what that sentence even says, so we're just going to move on. CGC. We do know the legalization topic was going on last Friday, if I remember correctly. We passed the bill, but after passing the bill, the stocks came down and then eventually went back up. A lot of confusion happening what was going on over there, for me at least. Overall, CGC now up 4% on 5 million shares today. Still looking healthy for the wheat sector. Let's go check out what Tilray's doing. Oh, baby, what the heck is going on over there? My elbow just made a weird noise. That was weird.
Brad, you just mentioned Tilray there. We don't really have earnings after the market today and before the open tomorrow, but Tilray actually reports on April 6th. Very
Tilray
soon.
reports on April 6th. So it looks like Tilray report coming in very soon. And you know, I'll be honest, I'm not really excited for their reports over there. I kind of already know what's gonna happen, in my opinion. But if an opportunity does show up, we'll take that opportunity and ride that opportunity to the north side or to the downside, whatever direction that trade gives us. We're still waiting to see what happens for the final voting, for the final vote for the legalization, that everyone's just sitting here patiently, you know, just waiting to see what happens for the market. Ultimate WWF match, Elon versus Trump. Now that'd be something that I would honestly go back to watch WWE again. I haven't seen WWE in God knows how long now. Obviously, ever since I found out it was fake, that was like, okay, we're done with this garbage, never watching it again. And we started watching UFC. This was like a long time ago. You never know. Okay, you never know if Elon runs for president. That'll be a battle. That's another battle right there to watch what happens eventually. But I think he's too busy focused on going to the Mars instead of saving USA, right? I think that's what his focus is.
And guys, please make sure you send us stickers that you want us to take a look at. For example, I can see here Twitter fund Baba. Alibaba is another Chinese name. So how's it doing, Prad?
Yeah, which one did you give me, Miss V?
Baba?
Baba?
Did we talk about that one yet?
Yeah, we talked about earlier. We could talk about it again without a
Cool.
doubt. Anytime Baba moves around, gives us opportunities, gives us chances to trade it. Baba currently still in 6% to the upside mode. I thought Baba would go test maybe 120 today, but we're not really seeing that happening on Baba. We are still seeing some good moves coming in on the Chinese ETFs in general. So Baidu, Baba, NIO. We talked about NIO earlier, which is still giving us shorts in front of $24. So for anyone who wants to abuse that opportunity is still there for NIO. SoFi, it was mentioned earlier. If I'm still long on SoFi for the $13 area, yeah, I am holding on to this one for a long term. So obviously long term indicates for a long term, not short term. So we're still gonna be in this bad boy without a doubt. And let me actually just throw out some more orders. No, we're good for now for orders. Futures still playing around. We're in the money on the futures, but not really doing anything exciting for me. So futures short, still waiting to see what happens on the downside. Activision, we are short, still waiting for the downside flush to come into Activision. And no other trades besides these two at the moment. Would like to see what, AMD. We were short AMD and we fat fingered that order over there on the AMD short. Obviously would have been big time in the money. Let's go check out Roblox. Roblox still above 50 bucks while the markets are still hanging out near the high of day. So we're just gonna let Roblox hang out there a little bit longer. We'll look for another opportunity later on. And I know Affirm was oh wow, look at that consolidation of Affirm, just trading sideways all day, almost holding above VWAP. Is pretty big indication of Affirm today. Obviously, that joke from Sean, I believe, what was it? Buy now, pay never later. Joke still hangs out and on the stock. We'll see eventually where it gets going to. I'm still seeing some people fight about Trump and Elon. Guys, let's just move on about that conversation. It was just as who is more trendier than the other, because that people or that person is going to move that one stock over the other. We're not arguing about stupid stuff over here, like such as that I'm seeing in the comments. We're not arguing about who is better than the other one. It's irrelevant to us, right? We want to focus on how they can move one stock over the other. And in our opinion, for now, Twitter obviously is going to be the winner of the social media battle until DWAC actually comes out with the substance of an app that actually works and people talk about on a daily basis, because we've yet to see that happen in front of us. Some of you are bugging. Okay, all of you are bugging at this point. So I'm gonna have to bring out the ban hammer. consistent market movers. We're trying to see where market moves to at the moment, but market ain't moving. Market putting me to sleep, that's for sure. It is absolutely boring me to death. So let's actually go to some of the meme stocks over here, such as BBIG. What is BBIG doing today? Maybe we talk about the stock around 9 million shares, which is, I believe, still low on the relative volume scale. BBIG, yeah, still low on the relative volume scale, not even one, so nothing really to talk about. Still waiting for the stupid merger to happen that never ends up happening for TYDE ticker change. I'm just so bored of waiting for this at this point. There is some size on $3.10. Looks like there's about 120,000 shares on $3.10, and that's actually legitimate size maybe. So maybe we take a quick little short over here in front of that size, and yeah, we're gonna take that short. Right, that's right. I have to pay for shorts on this stock, so forget it. We won't even bother trading it at the moment, and we're gonna walk away from this one. Another stock that in the meme stock realm, we talked about AMC, but I want to go talk about BlackBerry. BlackBerry, which was earnings not too long ago, I believe, did bad on the earnings day. Today, we are moving back up to the north side, up 3% after being on SSR. Not sure if we're actually on SSR or not, to be honest, but looks like according to my platform, it says we are on SSR.
Talking about SSR and movers, here's another SSR stock, TKT, Chinese art company, and I see that it's now trending on the chat as we are going higher, 29% to the upside, 17 million volume. So guys, congratulations if you are long on that name today.
So it looks like Twitter is moving again. Looks like Twitter is now at $49.95, almost at $50. Let's see if Twitter can actually break out of 50 and give us a nice little long opportunity, especially when the market doesn't really want to go too far to the high side. Is Twitter going to be a short in front of 50? There is some size on Twitter too, about 150,000 shares or so sitting on Twitter, $50. Let's see if it actually manages to take out at the moment. We are watching this right here on the left side. Very, very tough battle coming into Twitter at the moment, and just waiting. Obviously, we talked about the 47 long, which gave you a pretty good opportunity earlier. Let's see if we can work on this one real quick. Let's quickly go over here. And we have an order out to get long. Let's see if Twitter can give us a fill. We're still waiting. 51 breaking. For 50 breaking, sorry, not 51. Futures are still playing around the short territory. Like, they're in the money, they're out of the money, they're in the money, they're out of the money. Let's cover some on the future short and hold the rest. And we're also trying to build into a long, possible long breakout of Twitter or short coming in after a failed breakout of Twitter. So all depends on the size over here, which is now only 112,000 shares sitting on Twitter, which equals to what on notional value? 50 times 112, 1, 2, 3. It's $5.6 million around sitting there. Obviously, a stock that has traded 150 million shares, 150,000 shares is nothing, nada, absolutely nothing. So it will just walk through it and dance through it like it had no problem to begin with. Instead of covering a short, I actually added a short on the futures contract over there. So let me quickly cover my contract like I wanted to originally, because if futures actually, sorry, if Twitter actually breaks out, it could take out the futures with it. And I gotta also keep an eye on Activision at the moment. I canceled my Twitter long trade. And there we go. We're going to throw out that Twitter long trade. Wrong time of the day for looking for a breakout trade, though, because this is the time of the day where, you know, obviously volume is going to be decreasing. This is absolutely lunchtime, 12:14 in the day. Looks like we are seeing some rejection coming in before the $50 level on Twitter, not Activision, sorry, on Twitter. Let's see if it can manage to do that. I might just cut down the amount of size I was thinking about getting, because it's the time of the day where I don't like to take breakouts. At this time, usually there will be no follow through, but obviously on a stock like Twitter, there's got to be some sort of follow through for taking out that significant of a level at this time of the day. MULN CEO playing games. I'm not gonna comment on that at all. Quick cutting off your trades. Well, I'm not sure what you're talking about over there as to my charts. Not sure what cutting off my trades even is over there. BAC. BAC apparently moving to the north side, maybe downside. Actually, I'm guessing south side. Yeah, there we go. South side down 0.5% on BAC today, replicating a little bit of the move that's coming in from what is it? The JP Morgan financials coming in, basically the 1 billion potential loss from Russia they're gonna incur, and BAC and XLF, obviously all of them will look alike. If you go to XLF, there goes XLF looking a lot like BAC, looking a lot like JP Morgan. Ooh, JPM on New York. JP Morgan. Let's go. AMC looking promising. Let's go check out AMC. AMC at the moment on New York. What are we doing over here? Still hanging out near high day. Not really doing a whole much on AMC. It did get a nice move off the bottoms over there along with GME too. But at the moment, we're just pretty bored at the highs. TCBP getting ready to pop. TCBP. Okay, not really, but let's see if there's any sort of volume candle. No, I'm not really seeing anything going on over here. Let's go check on HYMC. HYMC, 23 million shares today. It was on the board at one point. There we go. It was number 2 on the down gappers for HYMC, trying to take out the highs. Sorry, not the highs. Trying to find support in front of VWAP with 23 million shares traded, and the relative volume is probably less than 1 today on HYMC. Let's go check that out. Yeah, slightly less than 1, not too far below 1 on HYMC. And we're not really seeing Tesla take out, sorry, not Tesla, Twitter take out the $50 level yet. I canceled my long order there. I'm thinking about flipping short and then having an order to get long on the possible break of $50. That way we can work both ways. We can scalp short and also look for a possible long opportunity in case 50 does break. Let's actually see how much size is left on that $50 level. There's still some good amount of size left on that $50 level. So let's actually see if we can get some short on Twitter. There we go. We got some filled, and now we're quickly going to throw an order out for a flip long in case it does break that, and try to work past it. Let's see if we can work with it now.
We got a super chat from Dominic Famolaro. Thank you so much, Dominic. Hope you're having a great start of a new week. PPGH on NASDAQ. We are up 20%. I don't see any news catalyst, so let me know if you find something. But we have only 700 million volume, which is not really that much, but great job anyways. We hit $12.6 today. Now back a little bit down, but hopefully we can hit the highs and even break them.
Yeah, let's see what happens over here. Obviously, we're waiting to see, especially on Twitter, which is now looks like 14 cents in the money. We would like for a bigger move down, but PPGH is what Dominic Famularo called out, I believe, from a super chat. Barely doing 1 million shares. I'm expecting the relative volume, though, doing some decent amount of relative volume. PPGH 7 times. Yeah, do look at that relative volume, obviously doing a decent amount and trying to take out the highs at the same time. Let's see at a different time, maybe in the next 30 minutes or so, if it actually manages to and ramp it up. We got about 10 cents spread, though, on a $12 stock, which doesn't excite me too much overall. And let's see what happens eventually on the move up that we're seeing on PPGH. To go see some levels on the dailies, let me quickly go here. PPGH on the dailies. What do we see? PPGH on the dailies. Ooh, looks like IPO not too long ago in the March of 2021, and actually trading in absolute new ranges. So not anything significant standing out for us past those past the current levels that we are already seeing. And looks like Twitter is ramping up one more time over here to go test that barrier. Let's see if Twitter can actually break out off that $50 level, which is sitting at the 100,000 shares are sitting on the $50 level. If we don't break out past that level, obviously we are in short already, giving only up to that $50 break, at which point we'll be flip long, or we will have a decent amount of size to go short all the way back to VWAP or even $49 flat, which will give us maybe 90 cents trade or so on Twitter short. So we either we go all the way back to the consolidation range of $49, or we break out of 50 and give us a nice long. Miss V.
NUTX, someone brought us that name. It's halted right now at a price of $40. Wow, what a spread, right? A bid at 40, and here we have $15. So looks a little bit weird. We have some news actually that Clean Jeans Holding Inc. company's common stock is expected to start trading on Nasdaq on April 4, and the new ticker NUTX. So here it is. We are halted right now. Let's see where we go. Or is it? It's not chart for NUTX. Sorry, guys, but it is halted. Let's see that chart. 439% to the upside.
NUTX, and looks like it wants to open around $40. So we'll see what happens. Obviously halted at $33 with only 21,000 shares traded. So no volume at all, moving up randomly. Absolutely scary trade in without a doubt. NUTX, I don't even see a relative volume scanner on my platform over here. So no volume happening at all on this trade. We'll see what happens eventually when it does open up. Let's go confirm if it is even a volatility halt, or if it's a news halt at the moment. So let's go here. NUTX limit up down halt it is. So it is a volatility limit up down halt. Sorry guys.
Bless you.
Thank you. Twitter about to break out. Twitter is now long. Let's go check out Twitter. We got flip long on the Twitter. We're 11 cents in the money. Let's see how high can Twitter go, or do we see instant weakness coming in, or and to back to the downside, at which point we will flip instantly back to the long short and see what happens. So we're holding this a little bit. 50 does want to hold. We are well above 50. We're almost 10 cents above 50 at the moment, and a lot of volume. Look at the ramp up in volume. Actually, volume never decreased to begin with on Twitter. So a successful breakout of $50 coming in, possibly giving us a move to 50.20 or even higher. Sorry, not 50.20, $52 or even higher. Let's go check out what Twitter looks like on the dailies. So I did see if 50 long comes in, a possible move up to $52. But right now we're not seeing it go back to the downside, which is good. We're not really seeing it go back to the downside. Let's see if it ramps up a little bit more. If it takes out 50.50, maybe we could look for to add some size on that break too. What is the high day from besides that? 51.20. Maybe on a break of 51 we'll think about adding. But right now we're not really seeing any real long orders coming in. There we go. There's some decent longs coming in. That's what we want to see. Decent longs coming in. We're holding 50 still. Beautiful breakout long on Twitter coming in. For anyone who took that, congratulations. Basically, the setup is basically what we were looking for, which is a short opportunity in front of 50 and then flip long in case 50 did break, giving us both the risk scenarios possible on either direction for us. So didn't lose too much on that short side, and now we're about to see how much of a big move can we get on the long side.
Let's go Twitter, and EDT on the chat says, thank you and the entire team for what you guys do on a daily. From a military Air Force disabled veteran, you guys make my day every day. EDT, thank you so much for kind words, for being with us. So we are so glad that we have this beautiful trading community for 2 years so far, and each day we're becoming only better. We becoming closer with you and stronger as a trading community. Hopefully becoming richer too, guys.
So there goes the Twitter trade. We're going back to the downside. Looks like 50 did not hold. We're now flipped back short on Twitter, and we're gonna try building into this position over here. I was watching it. That's why I was covering my orders on the way down, all the way down, and I didn't even take a loss on the long at all. And now we are in the negative slightly on the short side, but we're trying to build back in this because the market might go to the downside. So here we go, back into the short. We're in bigger size short than we were on the long for Twitter now, but obviously we're only couple cents in the money, nothing too much to beat our chest about. Maybe I add more size over here on the way down on Twitter because that break was such a big battle on the way down. We're just trying to cover some size. Look at that size being put onto the tape. We're trying to realize some profits, scalping on either side. We scalp some longs, we scalp some shorts. Now we're betting back into the shorts one more time and see only 14 cents in the money. Obviously, nothing to, like I said, beat our chest about. But we are riding the stock to the down now. Obviously, we're waiting for that move to possible $200, while the futures are not really even moving to the downside. Nasdaq still hanging out near the high of day, and S&P 500 still hanging out near the high of day, and really putting me to bed in this market. Absolutely putting me to bed. We're still shorts in the futures too, and I'm not really seeing anything happening past that. And Twitter, what an absolute beautiful move over there. We were watching that $50 level. It passed 50, it battled near the 50-20, and then it absolutely went back to the downside, which gave you a beautiful short for anyone who's in it. Let's see if we can reclaim 50 at some point, or do we go back to VWAP on the down move over here. So futures looks like they want to start crushing to the downside, which would maybe take our there goes. Now we're 30 cents in the money on Twitter to the downside. Yeah, baby, let's go to the downside.
Let's indeed, because I'm actually also now bear biased as I'm short on SPI, guys. Here we're consolidating in this area. Low of the day we had, I believe, 3.28. Nothing really doing anything. But again, if we take a look at higher time frame, I believe like previous close was around 3.32, and we're here nearing like the previous close. If we break that level, I can see more room for SPI to go lower. But let's see, like when volume comes, when lunchtime is over, all the stocks can go both direction. But if I mention the lunchtime, for lunch we're gonna have smoky barbecue cheddar burgers with warm potato, dill and roasted sweet pepper salad. That sounds actually really nice.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it for sure. I honestly didn't even hear it. Would you say a burger it was?
Yeah.
Burger, okay, burger. Obviously, the burgers are not bad at all. The burgers are actually somewhat decent as long as the bun is the right bun. Sometimes they screw up and they give you the garbage bun, which is annoying too. Looks like our guest trader of the day is ready, so feel free to smash the like button when you see his beautiful face, because he deserves it. And this gives me time to actually stare at my trades even more. So obviously, get ready. This is somebody that you haven't seen. I think you only sent me one, right?
Yeah, just one trade.
Yeah. So he's actually never done a trade review, so this is actually big because he is our trainer himself. He's our hirer. He trains us, he hires us. So the big man himself coming into the scene. Make sure you're pulling out your notebooks over there to learn, to see what kind of amazing trade we're about to see on Starbucks, I believe. What's up, Greg?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Good, good. You know, just trying to work on this Twitter short at the moment.
Yeah, Twitter is a very, very tough trade today. I'm finding it's on a max pain agenda. It's trying to hurt everyone, myself included, trying to hurt the longs, trying to hurt the shorts. Only one it's not trying to hurt today seems to be Elon, because what are we up, like 25%?
Yeah.
So, Twitter was a bit of a struggle today, but I did have a little bit more success on Starbucks. How do you guys usually do these things?
Yeah, so I'll put it on your screen over here, and then if you can, just drag your chart to the left side a bit so they can see the chart instead of just your face. Yeah. Can you? No way to. Okay, so I'm just going to hide your face then, because they're going to see it. They're not going to see the executions.
Okay, yeah, let me talk about this real quick. So obviously the news catalyst was in play on Starbucks today. No more buybacks. I think Howard Schultz, the interim CEO, said that we're going to invest in people and not in buying back the shares. And the market didn't like that too much, Brad. Apparently, buying back the shares is a better investment than the baristas. So,
right.
What the only thing I want to say about this is basically something that a senior trader to me once said, is that if someone is there in the pre-market, they have a good reason to be there. Okay, so in the pre-market today, you just saw this kind of ladder stepping down. Okay, and right off the open, you know, it was at its lowest point of the pre-market here at 88. And any time I see action like that, where it really just, you know, just ignore this candle here. That's Fugazi. Anytime you see the ladder stepping down off of the news catalyst on Monday morning, I'm definitely looking short. You know, at this time it was down about 3.5%, and that's hitting the level I wanted to hit there. And I actually got shaken out of this trade right at the start. There was a nasty candle up, but then it resumed its downslide. And once it kind of did another little pump up, I was able to get short there, okay? And the thing with the pre-market is that people that are trading are probably fairly sophisticated. You know, it's not going to be dominated by HFT. It's not going to be dominated by retail. It's going to be dominated by institutional money, people trading in the pre-market. So I think you can kind of trust the levels a little bit more. So when we broke the pre-market low kind of right off the open, that to me was the indication to get short. I was able to enter here. And then from there, I didn't really know where this thing was going to end up because, you know, although Starbucks was on the way down, it was kind of just going into the teeth of a range it had been at in the last few months. So I had no real obvious levels to get out at. So I just said, you know what, I'm going to cover this every 5-10 minutes. Okay, and I just kind of covered it on a time schedule where I punched out a part of the position every 10 minutes. And, you know, in hindsight, these outs were pretty good. This chart's a little old, so I think it's a right about at 87 now or so. But, you know, kind of in summary, what you can learn from this type of trade is that the pre-market highs and lows are important levels. These are sophisticated people buying and selling in the pre-market. You know, it was a shame to lose on the opening drive up there. But if you do like a trade, nothing wrong at re-entering, especially, you know, if you have the fee setup we have here at Day Trade the World. And ended up being pretty happy with my exit strategy too.
Yeah, it's awesome short over there without a doubt. Pre-market breakout, also a setup that you've taught us multiple times. It's Starbucks obviously with the great catalyst coming in to help you pick the stock. So hats off to Greg once again educating us with his trades over there every single day. I hope you guys learned something on there. Thank you, Greg, for also coming in and giving me a quick little break and allowing me to order myself and whatnot over here today.
Yeah, my pleasure, Prad. Good luck with the rest of the trades today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So coming back to me over here, we're just watching a couple stocks that are playing around. You know, I fat-fingered into Twitter over there and closed my Twitter short once again. So we are trying to build back into Twitter short. What's the Twitter? TWTR on New York. So we fat fingered on the Twitter short and we got out almost 90% of the size by mistake. So we got back in again at a worse average. And now that we're in the money again, let's try to actually focus on taking off the correct size instead of the too much size that we don't want to be taking off. We're still in our future short. We're still in our active vision short and nothing else really besides that for us on the board at the moment. Trying to work with this Twitter short, see if we can ride it back to $49, obviously trying to see if we can make that happen. But at the moment we are seeing some good amount of buying coming in front of $49.75, $49.70 or so, whatever it is. Let's actually zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out. Let's go to the 15-minute chart and see what we can see on Twitter. Ooh, that doesn't help us do anything. So let's actually go on this chart over here and do this. So 15-minute chart, and then let's actually make this chart bigger a little bit. And on the 15-minute chart, what do we see? Basically the same thing I was already watching on the daily chart, to be honest. So let's just go back to the 1-year chart. And what we were looking on the 1-year chart is this possible rejection at 52, which could be a very strong rejection in case the Twitter actually manages to get past up there. But at the moment, we are seeing a pretty strong battle of 49.80s. And oh, it looks like we're trying to reclaim right now. Look at that volume coming in for the stock. Tons of volume just ramping up. Futures are trying to go back to the north side, but futures are still struggling without a doubt. Still a lot of questions coming into my mind, not sure where we're going to, and a lot of velocity, lot of velocity happening overall on Twitter. And let me just quickly take a look at what the futures are doing. MES M22CM futures trying to take out the high day, which will put us into our first negative trade on the futures of the day. Just made 19,000 of NetX. Let's go. Good job. 75% dark pool on BBIG. Is this life real? I guess there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion, but obviously for people who don't like dark pool trading, I guess you're not gonna like my answer on that. So I'm just gonna move on. That's why I don't cover those stocks for you guys a lot. Those stocks are just absolute meme stocks, right? And this is what happened if you're not careful on those said stocks and on a day-to-day basis. Twitter now coming back to $50. Let's go quick check a look on Twitter. Let's see if we need to close our trade for a loss. We are are building up in front of 50 over there on Twitter for some reason. Looks like there's some barriers being put in on 50, but also some good amount of volume coming in for the long side on Twitter. So a lot of action coming in. Look at that inverse gateways. Oop, that's not what I want to see. Twitter.ny. Let's go back here. Twitter.ny. A lot of inverse gateways piling up in front of $50, and we want to see if we can build into our short in front of that 50. Obviously, we're not risking any much more than 50. Nasdaq is still planning to see what it wants to do around the previous price points, and I just need to throw a couple more orders over here. That order will not work, so let me just throw out the 29 over there. Awesome. And let me just throw this over here. Bang. All right. Pink Sheet ABML, I can't pull that one up, so I apologize for that one. And got out of my Twitter short with a tiny green. Let's go. Congratulations. That's what we're doing at the moment. We're just scalping in and out, in and out, in and out every time that gives us an opportunity to get back to 50. We get in close to 50 and we get out, in profit territory, just scalping it on every single direction we can. We're also getting fees. We're collecting fees while we're doing this by providing liquidity to the market. So my fees right now on the day, negative in the territory, and we're basically collecting money while making money on both directions for longs and shorts. So let's see where Twitter will go to. We're just putting a ton of size on there, getting in and out, getting in and out, getting in and out. I got lucky, thank God I got out of my Twitter short. I think Twitter is still a short in my opinion. You know, we're battling the $50 level. 50 did go off in the high day previously. We got up to 50.20, and we just keep getting in and out for multiple opportunities. Now Activision wants to pay us too. Activision wants to come back to the downside over here and put some money in my pocket. So let me quickly go realize, oh, looks like I already have orders laid out on Activision, so I don't have to worry about that. Now we have to keep only worrying about the MES future short that we're sitting in, which has just been hanging out all day. Our average price 45.65, and we're currently sitting at 45.66.5 with the high of 45.67.5. So that just makes me happy overall that we're not going too far to the north side, but also makes me sad that we're not going too far to the downside and paying me in my short direction. Breed a lot of value into PayPal. Wow, I'm not sure why you put it that way. That was pretty weird to even read that statement, to be honest. But PayPal, let's go take a look at PayPal. PayPal, man, woof, what a move on PayPal today. Almost 5%. We are actually long on PayPal in our long-term account near $119. And so once again, PayPal in the positive territory. Looks like it wants to keep on making us that money. And every time it does do that, it just makes me happy without doubt. Let's quickly go back to Twitter here, because Twitter is the only name that everyone can talk about at the moment, at least me, because it is now back again to those 150 prices. Let's see if we can take out 150 one more time. If so, obviously we're going to get stopped out for a tiny little loss, or can we get stay short in front of 150 and ride this move to the downside whenever it gives us the move. There's Twitter actually. Ooh, there we go. That was a ton of size that could put down on $50 and immediately got taken out. Either that was a fake order, usually that's spoofing, or that was a legitimate order, someone actually trying to take a ton of size there, and they just wiped out the whole level. Here goes 50. Let's see how long we can stay above 50. Can we actually stay above 50? No, we can't stay above 50. We're trying again. One Mississippi. Okay, now the buyers are actually coming in. That I don't like. Let's see if we can get out before and stay in a little bit at the same time. We're looking at the market. Nasdaq is coming to the downside. No, that's Activision that I'm looking at. Where's Nasdaq at the moment? Nasdaq's still near the same highs. Let's see if Nasdaq can figure out what it wants to do, and if Twitter can also figure out what it wants to do. Now my average is better. Let's go, baby. Are you short Twitter? At what price? I am short 49.93 at the moment, short on Twitter. All crypto cap is now $20.8 trillion. Let's go talk about crypto in that case. Let me just zoom back in over here. And cryptocurrencies down on the day doesn't make me happy, obviously, because we are pretty big invested. I think my biggest investment on my board is cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Bitcoin, Ethereum are my number one and my number two in my portfolio, without a doubt. I just need to focus on some orders, guys, because some of these stocks are paying me. So let me just focus on that real quick. I hope you guys don't mind. I love you guys. You guys know that. 26, 27, 28. Thank you. Twitter also coming down. Twitter, I need to cover some of these. Let me go here, throw out some orders, and now coming back to you, where Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Bitcoin down 1.5, Ethereum down 2%, Solana down 6% almost, Cardano down, or actually Cardano's up on the day, but the rest of them down. But for the most part, Bitcoin above 45K is the only thing that I can talk about, because that's the only green thing that is standing out for us. Twitter, we covered some on the way down there, but now Twitter wants to come back up. So let's see what Twitter is gonna do. What is Nasdaq gonna do? What is the futures gonna do? Looks like the futures are actually working for us to the downside right now. So let me just quickly re-add to the short over here. Now we're just gonna hold on to this one. We just hold on to it. Let it move around a little bit. Let me also just throw a stop out in case it does rip up like crazy. I don't have to worry about it too much at that point, and we'll do it to. Awesome, we'll do it to that. And now futures that we were sitting in for God knows how long actually want to come down and start paying us. Activision, #1 stock of the day, also moving to the south side and paying me. Let's see if we can also turn our futures contract in the right direction, obviously. Thank you, Activision. Thank you. Twitter is the only one that's not working, obviously. Twitter battling that $50 level. Let's see if it can actually stop us out over here this time. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. No, you're still not holding 50 on the bids. You're still not holding 50 on the bids for Twitter, which is very surprising to me based on the amount of volume we're seeing and the velocity of the tape we're seeing. I would expect a lot bigger move coming in on Twitter, especially up north of 50. North of 50, can we go, Twitter? Can you successfully do it? 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Technically, we're already 5 Mississippis in. Can you hold 50? It's trying to hold 50 here. This might be the short that gets burnt. This might just be the short that gets burnt. Let's see. That's a lot of Mississippi that we held. So that's the short that we get burnt, so we get out of that one. We're now, what? I didn't even want to flip long. Why did we flip long on that one? That's not what I wanted to do at all. I did not want to flip long, but now we're flip long. Hi, Miss V.
Hi, Prad, and I'm actually glad to come and see that SPI finally broke this consolidation to the downside, as I'm short at 3.45. So here I'll get out of some shares at 3.21, and we broke that previous close gap. So I see some room for it to go lower, so I will be still holding some shares in that name.
Still holding some shares in that name. Markets coming back to the downside over here. MES actually paying us at the moment. MES/M22CM actually paying us at the moment. So here goes the futures. Actually have a decent amount of size on futures actually. So let me cover. Why is everything getting keystroked on today? What is going on? I wanted to cover like 1 or 2, and I covered all of them. This is a joke. Like, everything is just getting messed up. Something's going wrong with my keyboard today. That's the 3rd keystroke that happened today on these stocks. That is so annoying. Like, futures would have been smoking it if I just was able to hold one of them. Whatever. If it goes back up closer to the high days over here, I'll get back in on that one. Now I'm just annoyed for the rest of the day. That's the 3rd short that I had, like AMD short that I was smoking. I covered full orders by mistake. Microsoft short, or Apple short, I believe. Even Microsoft, I had a crazy short and I just traded it so poorly. And same keystroke error happened over there. Same thing happened not too long ago on Twitter on the down move, where I just had to get out for most of my size by mistake. You know, not had to, but I got out for most of my size for a mistake there, which that one hurt. So now we're just waiting to see. Twitter obviously moving up north while the futures are coming back to the downside. So this is around the high day on Twitter, I believe, off of today's high. So let's actually zoom in. What is Twitter's today's high? Twitter today's high is 51.33, so we're around these areas of the high zones. Looks like Twitter is ramping up. This was the long. I did flip long, so I guess I should have stayed in there. But as soon as I knew that that was not the direction that I needed to be in, I got out of it right away. Activision coming down big time for me, so let me cover some shares on Activision. Oh, I already have orders actually, so Activision's paying me on that route down there. And let me actually go back to see Twitter is burning people left and right. Yeah, 100%. It's actually down on the stock for me today, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay being down on it. You know, you win some, you lose some. No problem for me on that one. But right now, we're not in Twitter at the moment. Like I mentioned, I got flipped into the long direction, but I did not want to be long, so I got out of it. Starbucks back. Starbucks is moving back to the north side, maybe.
A little bit.
SBUX. SBUX is doing what? SBUX indeed trying to move back up off the $86 level. Looks like I tried to build along around 86 earlier, but failed to do so. Exactly looking around this consolidation area and around $86 or so. Starbucks not managing to hold up and move back to the downside. Sure, I gotta read that message from Sean and reply to him in a bit. Trader, are you short Twitter? No, I'm not short Twitter. Twitter showed me the warning signs. Twitter, there were a lot of warning signs without a doubt. You know, obviously managing to go 50 at this point and actually holding 50 on the bids, which is where I crossed up and took out the liquidity. And I said, no, I do not want to be involved in this at the moment.
Talking about Twitter, guys, we are on Twitter, so not only trade Twitter, but follow us. Follow TraderTV.Live, and of course, here's 6 people this channel is following, including Justin, Prad, Daytrade the World, Brandon, Neil, and Sean. Follow us all. And again, Sean posts every day his sticky note on his Twitter page. And here we have that Twitter, we have NIO, we have Starbucks, and this name that I cannot read. But anyways, guys, I know that you absolutely love sticky note, and if it's helpful for you, make sure you like and repost.
Twitter moving up crazy right now. 50 cents in the money, past the $50 for whoever is long. Where's the YouTube chat? There it is. So let me look at the YouTube chat at the moment, see if you guys are putting in any stocks in the chat for me. Only stock I'm in at the moment is Activision short, $80.90, and we're in the money about 17 cents for Activision short. So we'll see where that one heads down to. What wallet you use, buddy? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm not sure what wallet you're talking about, to be specific. MULN. Let's go take a look at MULN. I'm expecting nothing off MULN at the moment, but no, there is actually something happening. MULN moving to the north side a little bit, trying to see what it wants to do around the $3 still. You know, managing to get back above 3 after going below 3 multiple times today. Nice little volume candle coming in also during 12:46. It looks like we only have about an hour or so left for our show on Market Movers. So make sure you're smashing that like button over there. What are we at currently? We're at 600. So yeah, make sure you guys smash that, because we love getting to 1K a day. And how many people are currently watching? We got 2,600 people watching. I'm sure we can get to 1K without fail.
That's right, guys. Please make sure you like this video. Again, we are not trying to annoy you. It's very important for YouTube algorithms, and in general, it's pleasant for us to see you enjoy the show. By the way, 666 likes are coming, so hopefully the Playmaker 8080 will be like number 666. And here's the Dell. The day trader had birthday this weekend. Congratulations. I hope you had a fun time, and always so happy to see you on the chat, fam.
PayPal short. Let me go check out PayPal 122. It's pretty close to 122. Let's see if it can rise back up a little bit. Futures are already trying to go down. Might have to cut my size on PayPal just based on how much I'm willing to lose on this trade. But PayPal indeed could be a beautiful short in front of 122. We did get as high as 122.32 for the high day, and now we're seeing the rejection candles come in. So looks like that high over there is 122.77 on PayPal, and 121.50. We could see some support at 121.50. So I'll be patient on the short opportunity. Futures already pushing down, and I had that short on futures, so that sucks that I closed my entire trade by mistake over there, and we would have been smoking the short. Obviously, we had so many contracts, and just sucks to see them move without you. So now I have no trade that I even want to be a part of, because the big trade that I had for today, I was pretty much building all day for this trade. I'd pretty much let this one go pretty bad. What crypto wallet do you use? I don't even know right now, to be honest. Short plug, PLUG. PLUG, what is PLUG looking like? PLUG, 20 million shares traded. Ooh wee, energy stocks actually back on the docket. Looks like crude oil, CL, K22, CM. CLK22 CM, no, NM. What is CLK22 NM? CLK22 NM at the moment trying to move up, I'm guessing, because energy sectors were hot. Energy sectors indeed are looking hot a little bit. 2.91%, still above $100 on crude oil, and obviously that's being bled into. I can't talk for my life. That's being bled into other stocks such as PLUG and so on. Hey, this guy, why don't you ask what color is his underwear? Yeah, exactly. And I'll tell you the answer for that, which is honestly, I don't know. I just pick one out of the basket. I don't look at my color of the underwear that I'm wearing. When you trade futures, why not trade the QQQ? Because futures give me a better opportunities for risk to reward management, way more liquidity, and I can trade the futures. I have the ability to trade futures. Why would I not trade the futures? That's like me asking you, why aren't you trading the futures and why are you trading the QQQ? There's no answer to it. It's just whatever you like trading, you trade it. At the end of the day, they're the same thing. They move around the same way. The liquidity should be the same almost on either direction. You do what you like trading on your end. I do what I do on a daily basis. That's the answer for that, right? Explain what's happening with NUTX. I can't explain what I don't know. The answer is, though, it is going crazy. There is no volume on this stock, and I would not be trading it. It is going crazy without a doubt. It's up 555%. I would not touch it with a 10-feet pole. We have zero information on NUTX. Absolute zero information on NUTX. I believe Miss V had something about it earlier. Miss V, can you find something?
Yeah, and UTX just started publicly trading on Nasdaq today. Those are the only news.
Yeah, so zero information as to what we're looking at over here, and at that point, I'm just gonna be fine by not trading it. 38,000 shares. I don't know where the liquidity at all is at all. No liquidity at all in my view. Is this Manscaped?
So again, like on that, NUTX guys completed the merger, and today's common stock is expected to start trading on Nasdaq. Already trading on Nasdaq. So just first day of trading merger.
First day of trading merger. Okay.
Like merger first day trading.
MULN on the move. Let's go check out what this move is. MULN just trying to go to the high a day. Keep in mind, MULN doesn't really have that type of volume today to do some crazy stuff. It could pick up that volume, but usually around this time of the day, MULN usually has maybe two times relative volume, 3 times relative volume, 5 times relative volume. We're not seeing anything coming in on MULN today, so this could just be shorts covering or new longs coming in and might be getting trapped overall. So be careful. I'm still not bullish on this one. Yeah, we're trying to hold $3, but we broke $3 multiple times throughout the day. We're getting a little bit of a push right now, but no relative volume there in MULN at the moment. 55 million shares on a low float stock, which is, I believe, the number jumps from MULN from all over the place. The float jumps from now to 208 million. So they increased the float, obviously. Twitter moving back to the north side. Twitter now up 56 is where Twitter's at. Let's go check out what Affirm is looking like. Affirm still hanging out in front of $48, not really doing anything. Roblox at 50.60, AMD at 109. What is that line over there? That's weird. That's a weird little line over there. And let me just go throw some orders over here in case I don't have any. I do not have any orders.
While you
So
do that, Brad, a few people talk about ATER. It's up 72% on the day. We still have 86 million volume and trying to go to that $4 level. As you can see, there is strong support at 3.91. We broke it a little bit. Now back down, kind of. But again, if we break that 390 level again, high of the day, we have more room to go to $4, hopefully even. So let's see if it's gonna happen. And anyone who had that one long, great job and congratulations.
DD closed the gap. DD closing the gap. Let's go check out DD. DD currently closing the gap too. Not sure where, but on the downside closing the gap. I'm not sure what exactly the gap it is that you're talking about over here on DD. Let me just go check out. Yeah, I don't see the gap you're talking about. I'm on the dailies, maybe on the upside gap, at which point we have quite a bit of a move for DD. It's not really going there anytime soon. Obviously, DD is still under the fear of delisting, unlike BABA and unlike NIO. So I would wait for a little bit more on DD for actually close the gap play that you're talking about. HYMC up, up, up. HYMC. Let's go check out what HYMC is looking like. It is moving up north at the moment. The meme stocks might be waking up. You know, we saw MULN wake up. And yeah, I'm putting MULN in the meme stock basket. HYMC is waking up also. Let's go check on AMC. AMC moving downwards. And GME probably looking a lot like AMC. No, GME looking healthier than AMC. And actually still rocking to the upside direction, which is pretty crazy. So let's go GME, which is now up 1.8% on the day with 2.8 million shares traded so far.
XRG Gaming, should I short Tesla? Well, we are now at 1132 level, which is key level for Tesla. As you can see, 1132. Tesla is very strong today, holds that level, going straight on that line. And again, if I were you, I would maybe wait and see when more volume comes. If we will be strong above that 1132 and maybe like put some orders closer to 40, or if we will break and will go a little bit lower, but maybe it will also bring opportunities for reloading. But again, we're not this 1132 level and holding it, but if we break it, we have all the room to go to 1140ish and above.
All right, where are we going to? FedEx, FDX indeed. So FedEx is looking weak and you want to go long. That's a weird little combination of words you put over there. It's looking weak, so I want to go long. Shouldn't it be it's looking strong, so I want to go long? I'm not sure why exactly you want to go long on something that's looking really weak. Maybe you're talking about in the long-term spectrum. Maybe obviously I know you don't day trade. You swing and invest more. So for swing and investment side, yeah, there could be something there because we're at lows over here on FedEx. So we got this possible double bottom near 216, 217s coming in. We also have the possible bottom around 210 that could also go all the way up to $200. So I do like the idea, but you know, when is the earnings report for this? 23rd June. So we got quite a way for earnings report too. What is this one actually? 17th of March, which is not too long ago. So all factors considered, you know, I do like the idea, but I think a little bit of patience it doesn't hurt you either. You could get a nice long in front of 210 or 200 instead of going long where we are currently at 207, which is down 1.8% on the day and trying to double bottom bounce. It's looking weak, not sure. I might in the long port, so wondering why it's so weak. And if I want to go long, that means you might want to short, my brother. Not necessarily. No. You're a pretty good trader. You've made some great trades. I don't have any opposite to my chat indicator. You know, although you guys like to do that all the time with me. No. I actually don't have any opposite of the chat indicator at all. FedEx downward input cost rising, gas labor slows down, so maybe wait. That's also a good point over there. But all that included, it's gonna also be able to for them to put their prices up and fight inflation the same way a lot of companies are by putting the cost of goods higher. So that's something that's also could bring in more money for them, right? Are you wearing a Lehman Brothers hoodie? I am. It's just a meme hoodie about Lehman Brothers. It's not an actual Lehman Brothers hoodie. Miss V, do you mind taking over? I'm gonna go take a quick little washroom break.
Sure, guys, we can take a look at my SPI trade as I had another out of my short in here at 3.22. So overall 3 outs, one at 3.37, 3.30, 3.22, and we keep going lower. I'm happy to see as I'm short. And again, maybe 316 will be next level. I want to get out. I will hold a little bit. We'll see if we break this $3 level. If we do, wow, would be really nice if we go all the way to 2.79. QQQ still up 1.63% on the day. Tesla is also very strong. And guys, if you have any questions for me, or maybe you want me personally to take a look at stock you want to talk about, let me know on the chat. Meanwhile, as I said before, Tesla has great delivery news. Elon Musk also taking a part into Twitter, and positive day overall, push Tesla on a very positive day. I really want to see Tesla to break to that 1145 level, would be sweet. And of course, congratulations to all the long-term holders. Such a great name, and I think we had like the time when Tesla dipped all the way to 800s and 900s was a great opportunity for you to reload or to get into the stock. Mike Murphy, are you still paper trading or with real money? No, guys, I'm still with paper account, and as soon as I go long, you will find out about that first. Trust me. Edgar Lopez, Miss V, you're my hero. Oh my God, thank you. No, you guys are my heroes. Looking good today, Miss V. Thank you, Jersey. She's still killing it though. You're so sweet, guys. Love the community and super glad to be back with you. Hi, Miss V. Could you look at ENPH? Let's take a look at ENPH. First of all, I want to see if we have any news on that name that could be important. Here we have something in red, means something important could be on that name. Starting in Q1 2023, Flax factory in Timisoara, Romania will begin manufacturing in-phase microinverters for European market. All right, we can say this could be good news. ENPH. Now let's take a look at the chart of ENPH, and we are up 4% on the day, which is great. It's $214 stock. We still have more than 1 million volume. Yeah, so now we're a little bit moving sideways. High of the day is 217, and again, all the chances for us to go back to day highs or maybe break it.
So I see a lot of people asking about where is the possible next Twitter short opportunity. I would wait for a possible test of $52 on Twitter. We kind of have no real barriers on Twitter all the way up to $52 in my opinion, but that barrier could be drawn down to $51, especially on the way that the futures are trading right now. Man, that futures cover was such a blunder on my part. We would have smoked that short opportunity. I'm still crying about it because that was going to be my big trade of the day, but now looks like Twitter could be turning around 5160, 5170 areas. What is the high of day today on Twitter? 5079 is actually the high of day off the open on Twitter, but the high candle in pre-market itself is 5120. So we could turn 5120, 51 areas into rejection, or even 5070, which is the high of day off the open, into rejection. I do see some size on 5048. On 50.48, I see some size that the stock is bouncing off of. Let's go see if it bounces off it again. 50.48 right there. That's 20,000 shares sitting there on 50.48. What's wrong with my mouse? Hello? There we go. Let's see what happens for Twitter around these areas. If it can bounce one more time off that level, or does it actually manage to go to the upside? There we go. Go to the upside a little bit. 10,000 shares on the offer over there at 50.65, and we are taking out that offer too. We're trying to ramp up. Their high a day incoming for Twitter. 50.79 was the high a day today. We're only 10 cents away from it. Can we get up to the high a day? Let's see. I'm waiting for 51.20 possible pre-market high short. You know how Greg talked about the importance of pre-market levels not too long ago. So let's see how that one plays out for Twitter in about the next few minutes. And looks like the stock is just crazy. Let me throw out some orders to get more shares short on this one. Thank you, baby. All right. What is plus in MPID? So those plus signs are just total aggregate of what's going on that book size. So notice how I have 0 because I really don't care to see that little number. But if I do this, if I do 10 or whatever, you'll see for every single price point, for example, 76, 81, 80s, there'll be a plus sign. That just adds up every single order on that price point. So, for example, if I was to scroll down and we were to look at 87, instead of me adding 7 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2, I can just look at that plus sign over there and know what it is. But I'm not that big of a bot. Like I'm somewhat of a technically able person. I can just add it up on the fly really quick. Sometimes I can't. I pull out a calculator, which is fine. Nothing wrong with it. I just don't like seeing those plus signs in my way, so I just get rid of them. It depends on person to person. Depends on trader to trader. It's a very personality based thing. It's almost as personality based as how to set up your colors over here. I like to not have the rainbow color that the software gives it to you on default because it's very straining on my eyes. I like to have a nice little hue of yellows and sometimes even blue, which varies from time to time based on how I'm feeling on sensitive to colors or not. And that's also very personal based. It's very opinion based. There's no one right answer. Whatever works for you to make a trade out of it, you make the trade to make it work for you.
Brad, Richard W, Miss V, would you look at V today? V for Visa. Let's take a look, guys. Visa is up around 1% on the day. Barclays today cut price target to 260 from 265. Anyways, we're still positive on the day. And again, I believe there could be nice shorts on this name today because as we can see, here's resistance level at 229. Tesla hit that level and now went lower out of this level. But let's see in here also we have some level at 228. Looks like we are fighting a little bit there if you want to break or not, but again, this would be nice level for a short, but let's see where Visa will decide to go.
What stock were you talking about there?
Visa.
I bet Twitter flushed out a lot of bears today. I mean, Twitter for sure flushed out a lot of longs too, without a doubt, off the open itself. So the opening candles flushed out a lot of longs. The opening candles flushed out a lot of shorts. For the most part, the stock is trading sideways in pre-market range for all day. We haven't really seen any big moves except for the $50 break, which also battled a little bit. The only real long was around $47 today, which we scalped out really quick. So that was a little burn over there. But overall, a lot of keystrokes were happening today. I'm not sure what the reasoning was for my keystrokes. We were exiting shares for too much of our size instead of a partial covering, and we were entering stocks too much of our size instead of partial entering. So we had a bunch of those mistakes coming in and wiping us out of winning trades, which sucks because we could have capitalized more, or we could have also lost more, I guess, on some of the losing trades that we got keystroked into. But overall, pretty decent day, hanging out. But now we're waiting to see what happens in the market. S&P 500, which is your ES, M22CM. S&P 500 right now up only 0.5%, well, slightly up below 0.5% at the moment, and still finding some sort of support in front of 45.60, I want to say, even though we're slightly below by 45.60. And Nasdaq still able to find some buyers in front of 15,100, even though we're slightly below it. But looks like we could go down. Looks like we're actually bouncing off the 50-period EMA on the Nasdaq this very moment. We'll see if Nasdaq can bounce off it. This is the 15-minute chart, so let's actually go back to the 3-minute chart here real quick. And there you go. On the 3-minute chart, we're bouncing off the 15-minute EMA, sorry, 50-period EMA, and trying to hold up on the up move.
Martman 104, Miss V, are you cheering for Kansas or North Carolina in the college basketball championship tonight? I'll be honest, I had no idea that there is basketball championship tonight, but thanks to Neil, obviously I'm cheering for North Carolina because Baby Blue got to represent. But again, guys, if you're excited about that championship, we can make a poll who you are cheering for tonight, Kansas City or North Carolina.
Yeah, buddy.
Are you gonna watch?
Nah, I don't care about the
Is
NCAA.
it even a big one?
I don't care about NCAA.
Okay.
I give zero crap about NCAA. No interest at all.
Neil was
NBA, I care.
exciting.
It was?
Yeah.
I'm okay with not even watching highlights on it. I got better things to do, such as go play video games. I'm
Cool.
sorry, but I am not into it. Not into it. And I'm just waiting for people to now attack me because I said that. So it's okay, though. Where are we going to? Can you be my poo? Ooh, I don't know who you're talking to. Hopefully you're not talking to me because, wow. Zero caring. Yeah, no, I'll care about NBA maybe during the finals, but even NBA, I don't even watch NBA, so why would I watch NCAA, right? It just doesn't make sense for me to even watch it because I'm not going to have fun watching it. Thoughts on NVIDIA? Let's go to NVIDIA. Let's go check out. Yeah, you had something to say?
After you do NVIDIA, yeah,
Sure.
I would love to cover something.
Sure. NVIDIA is currently coming down to VWAP, trying to find support in front of $272. Could actually give you a beautiful long opportunity back to 275, up 2% on NVIDIA today. And let me quickly go check on AMD. AMD also coming down to VWAP. I think Miss V has something to say for you guys. Let's go check it out.
I wanted to read that comment. Pizza guy, wait, Valeria, I thought paper trading was a joke. Are you really fake paper trading or real paper trading? Well, I'm real paper trading. I think fake paper trading, it's when you say you're live, but you're trading on paper account. So I'm not hiding it. It's a paper account. I promised you guys to go live as soon as possible. Again, too lazy to take the test, and that exam is not that easy, you know. Anyways, yes, and nothing bad is in trading on paper account. Again, we trade with Day Trade the World. All the traders on the show trade on the real account. Only me is now practicing on the TMS, and again, it's super close to the live account. So if I wouldn't tell you it's paper, you might never find out about this. But I believe it's a great practice to learn markets, to feel comfortable on the markets before you go live. I mean, everyone is different. You can go straight live or do as I do. But again, now at least I can say I'm ready and confident that basically I'm sure I'm not going to blow up my account in my first trading week. And by the way, Visa, I want to go a little bit lower in here.
That's very well put, Miss V. You know, a lot of people actually don't spend enough time on their paper accounts, and they go live and, as you said, blow up their accounts very quickly. So she is doing it the right way, if you ask me, and it's actually the way that Arun and many pro traders on this floor have done it, which is paper trade for a pretty good time and then move over to the live account, learn the basics on the free, where you even when she loses, she gets upset like it's actually her money that she lost, which is the
Yes.
right way to do it. That is the right way to do it. Get upset, and then when she makes money, she is so happy that it makes me happy even when I'm losing money. So that's the right way to do it. You got to play with your mind, treat it the right way. 51 just broke on Twitter. This whole time I was just watching Twitter break 51 or trying to break 51. Let's see if we can get back above 51. High day 51.20. If I am going to short Twitter, it would be around these prices once again. And they only gave me, there we go, they refilled me back to the highs. My average price is now 50.92. Let's see if we can go a little bit higher on Twitter to get that fill. I'm not risking it higher than the high day, which is 51.20 on Twitter over here on the short side. Let's see if we can ride it. And it looks like plan.ny actually gave me some fill. So let me go to plan.ny quick to see what my orders are looking like on this one. At the moment, we're not really 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Looks like we're good on that one. We don't have to worry about it. Let's come back to Twitter and let's actually take a look at real quick on the futures. Also, futures just hanging out pretty much near the resistance, that 45.60 to 45.65 level. And if that can flush, we could look for some good opportunities on most likely even Twitter short, which is we're looking for. Twitter short, trying to give it only 20 cents of risk. Our average price 50.93. So it looks like we're giving it about 30 cents of risk really on the break of 51.20 here. If that happens, we'll get back for a, we'll get out for a loser and we'll get in at 52 area, which is exactly where we want to be short with our most of our size. So once 52 comes into play at some point today, we'll look for that beautiful short opportunity. But right now, while lunchtime has come to an end, it is 1:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 4th April, Monday. So considering that the lunch has come to an end and futures don't really want to push too far to the downside, and we're holding 51 here pretty strong on AMD, sorry, not AMD, on Twitter, I want to focus on a possible breakdown below, which is the short that we want to play, and a possible break out below, which could give us a long to 52. But obviously I want to be in the short direction more on Twitter, especially after having a beautiful 30% move thanks to King Elon himself coming in and buying 9% of Twitter today. 9%. Who is currently up, I guess, what, like millions of dollars on his position? Congratulations, Twitter.
As you mentioned, Elon Musk, guys, we're all waiting for Tesla to hit that 1140, and it's happening any second, any minute, as we're now at 1138. Super excited to see when we get there, what Tesla will do there. We will reap, we will move to the sideways, or it will bring some shorts out of that level.
Yeah, just watching AMD go below VWAP here, bringing down the market with it, most likely not really pushing the market as much as I thought it would, because more important to the market than AMD is actually Apple. Apple is way more important without a doubt. Holds a way bigger basket of stocks. They're not bigger basket, but a way bigger weight of AMD, sorry, not AMD, of I can't talk right now. A way bigger weight of Nasdaq and of the S&P 500 are the Apples and your Microsofts, which are trying to come to the downside today. Not today, sorry, but at the moment, which are hanging out by VWAP but trying to go lower. 177 acting as a barrier for a Apple. Microsoft probably around 313. Yeah, 313 still acting as a barrier for not allowing Microsoft to go much lower. But right now, with the down move that we are seeing in Apple, it is possible that Microsoft also rejects off of that very same area. So let's see what happens. Maybe Elon will dump. Ooh, if Elon dumps, then obviously that's a whole different question overall that we have to ask from that in general. Just trying to see if we can build into our short over here on Twitter in front of 51.20, and that way 51.20 goes. We're not giving too much of a risk on that trade to lose on that trade.
Guys, I also wanted to attract your attention. Look at this number, 289,000 subscribers. We are super close to 300,000 subscribers. I know that a lot of people watch without being logged into YouTube. I was someone like this. I know it might seem not important, but please help us to get that 300,000 subs. Just 11,000 more needed. 11,000 could sound like a lot of people, but when you have almost 300,000, 11,000 11,000 is not that much, but again, we appreciate each of our subscriber, member, viewer, everyone. Thank you guys, and hopefully soon we will be celebrating with another bottle of champagne, 300,000 subscribers.
Yeah, that would be nice. So make sure to spread the love, spread the information with everyone you know. Share the YouTube channel. Obviously more people find out, the better. We grow our community, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see more new names in the chat and new trading methodologies. So far, we have seen the Dominic Famularos off the chat. We've seen the Playmaker 88s of the chat, and we want to see more people to interact with. Obviously, Twitter battling this level still. Let's see what it wants to do. 51 did break to the downside just now, but it looks like there's still a lot of buying happening. Buyers keep on showing up in front of 51. Nasdaq's trying to push down over here, while Twitter just keeps on ascending. So it looks like the right short opportunity on Twitter will be your what's it called, the 52 level instead of where we're battling right now, which is a pre-market high of 51.20. The new high day is 51.24, and pretty much very close to getting stopped out. If 51.25 hits, pretty sure my stop will trigger itself, and we will be out of that short real quick. There it goes. So we'll be out of that short, and we'll rather get back in near not 300. Why did I say 300? Near $52. Which is the only short I believe is going to be the opportunity today. Some good resistance. We'll be walking into previous supports, which will act as resistance in my opinion. And we're still seeing some buyers and holding up at $51 on Twitter. Boy, are we strong on the stock today. 30% up and still ripping. Elon must have a big cult. I mean, that's without a doubt. That's without a doubt. But looks like apparently on our conversation not too long ago about whose cult is bigger, the Elon or the Trump cult, I guess we found out that the Trump cult apparently was a way bigger cult based on Google Trends.
Looks like GME breaking high of the day. I think that's what you wanted to say.
Yeah, GME taking out the high of the day, 170.99 on GME now. Still trying to move up pretty drastically. GME can't stop, won't stop. Booster rocket strapped on. Power to the players. We're moving up north side. Forget Twitter. GME up next goes GME. Obviously, that catalyst of GME still coming into play, which was, I believe, the what was it? Like the catalyst was the Ryan Cohen looking for a possible stock split incoming on GME. So we're waiting to see how that stock split will behave for this stock in the next few months or so, or whenever the vote has to go through. We're still waiting for Tesla's vote, which I believe will be at the end of the year, in my opinion. I'm just guessing that'll be at the end of the year. And then we have the Amazon and Google stock split, which is going to be insane. Another insane stock split that we have to keep on watch without a doubt. And I will be buying some shares of Google and Amazon without fail for my long term, and just holding on to them for dear life.
Evil E sent us a member message on the chat. I love so much green in there. From the old school, 3 months deep into the Trader TV cult family. Thank you so much to be part of Family Evil. Thank you for being active. Always love to see you and chat with you on the chat. And also fun in here, Slade says, but me Swiss simp cult are more devoted. I love my Sims, the best cult ever, even though I don't really understand cult. What is this? It's like community?
Cult is like it's like a community basically. I would like to see if our community is actually big enough to do something like this. Obviously, I was watching streamers go to here. I was even talking to Greg about this yesterday. /R place. Let's see if you guys are cooperative enough, or you guys have enough teamwork out there to build a Trader TV Live logo somewhere here. And if you guys manage to build a Trader TV Live logo on r/place, make sure you take a screenshot of it and let us know, and whoever was part of it, obviously put your names in there. It's gonna be an absolute task. So for Miss V, what this is basically is a bunch of people get to pick a color per square. So notice how the square is, that's how big the square is.
Yeah.
You get 5 minutes to pick a color. And every 5 minutes, you can change the color, but there's also millions of people who can change the same color every 5 minutes, right? So it's a battle between whose community is bigger. Yesterday, this whole bottom left corner was a France flag. You see the France flag?
Yeah.
It got taken over by other people. So the French people got angry at the other streamers and so on. So there's some Twitter's handles over here. There's some soccer players over here, Argentina, Messi, and Cristiano Ronaldo. So let's see if Trader TV Live actually has the power to take over a couple squares over there.
Looks complicated.
Yes, it is very complicated. It's not an easy task for a community to take over that square at all. But yeah, pretty interesting thing that's going on Reddit. Another IPO that we can't wait to see. Reddit IPO is going to be an absolute banger of an IPO to trade. I know I'm adding Reddit IPO, maybe not the IPO levels into my portfolio, but I know I'm going to be having Reddit into my portfolio without a doubt. It's that stock, it's too good. It's just too good. Pratt, isn't there a face of Sean? No, there's no face of Sean in there. Can't wait to short it. Can't wait to short Reddit. Ooh, I mean, I will give you some opportunities without doubt, right? It will give you opportunities to the long side, short side. Look at Rivian. That was some beautiful trading on Rivian over there. Whoever took advantage of that stock when it IPO'd, went up to 180, and you never really saw anything past $180 on that stock. So too crazy to not take advantage of the downside along with the upside on said stocks. How does Reddit profit? I believe they have multiple ways too. They have coin system, which you can buy coins. I believe there's multiple ways for Reddit that already monetizes, but obviously there's not enough ways that they monetize. There's tons of ways that they could learn to improve on the monetization aspect for Reddit. When Reddit Lambo, yeah, when Reddit Lambo indeed. When Reddit Lambo, when Reddit Rari. What are your thoughts on shorting NIO at the highs? Why not? NIO has been giving you that same level shorting all day, so why not take advantage of it? I would obviously like for it to break 24 and then show me that the break of 24 was weak before I take it. But then also I said the same thing about 51 on Twitter and 50 on Twitter, and both of them I was short before they actually broke and showed you weakness. So it really depends on your setup and how you like to trade it. It's all up to your setup at the end of the day, right? You're the one making the calls, you're the one pushing the buttons, you're the one trading the trade at the end of the day. So it's all up to you if you want to push that or not. There goes Twitter. Twitter is now taking out 51.35, which is the high of day. Still ramping up. Market trying to still go higher. Where is market trying to go right now? ES, S&P 500. Not ES, M22. ES still trying to go north, and we're holding up at the 50-period EMA on the 3-minute chart here, and Nasdaq also trying to curl back to the north side over here. Let's see if Nasdaq can manage to do so. I'm not actually seeing Nasdaq curl. Let's see Nasdaq M22CM. Nasdaq just hanging out by 50-period EMA, also not really doing a whole lot. So Twitter shorts are still not in play yet, in my opinion. I've been watching Twitter. It's been above 51 for quite a bit now, not really showing us weakness just yet, but the more important thing is Nasdaq and S&P 500 not showing us weakness, so nothing really there for me yes yet. Miss V?
Guys, as you know, we trade with prop firm Day Trade the World, and here we have ability to see top 10 traders for the day. This is the data for Friday, and again it's P&L just per one person. Here you can see markets the person was trading on, and it's a summary like all the income from that trading, but we don't know who the person, where they located. And obviously place number one is Prad, made 163,000 trading AMAX, Chicago, Nasdaq, New York, NYMEX on Friday. Congratulations, Brad.
That's right.
Such a great job.
Thank you, Miss V.
Yeah, second place we have 13,700 profit, Nasdaq New York Zitra. Third place 9,000 Amex Nasdaq New York. Fourth, fifth, sixth place all 9,000 profit, trading American markets. And we have even here OTC Pink, almost 2,000 profit. Great job, guys. Proud to be part of Day Trade the World. And again, I just sent you the link on the chat if you want to learn more about our platform, or if you have any other questions, let me know. I will be glad to assist you.
So Brandon just put it in our chat over there. Wow. So Twitter, Unusual Whales tweeted out that Elon Musk has made $825 million on his Twitter purchase. Best trader ever, Elon Musk, hands down. $825 million made off of that trade. Twitter right now trying to break 51 to the downside. Let's see if he breaks it. I'm going to go short. Let's see if we can actually break 51 here, or we're still going to hold up at 51 on Twitter. There is a little bit of a size there. There goes 51. We immediately shot back above 51, so I didn't even load up on it. I want to see some actual weakness in front of 51. There we go. Show me weakness. Go a little bit lower, and this time we can add over here. There we go. Now we're actually short on this position. Is the market pushing to the downside? Market's not actually pushing to the downside. Why did I go MES? Let's go to ES instead. ES is doing what? Still hanging out above above the 50 period EMA over there, and NQ/M22 still hanging out above the 50 period EMA and actually trying to go north. Twitter now, whoa, Twitter, whoa, what can I type? TWTR NY. I couldn't type for my life there. Twitter now 20 cents in the money, coming to the downside. Let's see if we can work with this trade a little bit, because obviously this short is the short that we've been dying for all day to build into. So if we can finally get a decent short off of here and start covering, we can turn our day back around. And Twitter, which is our worst stock on the day, just trying to make it go flat on the day. And it's very much possible if we get a nice $2 move on this position, which is now only 17 cents. We're not really getting that $2 move that we want, but I'm going to start covering slowly on the way down, every almost 5-10 cents. Just going to throw out some orders there, just so if it does push down, we get wicked into those orders. Pratt, I'm telling you, this PGEN is a drink trade, my dude. Why am I typing that in chat? Sorry. PGEN is a drink trade. Not sure what that means, but I'll pull it up for you over here and talk about it. PGEN 13% up right now with 4.3 million shares traded so far. Looks like we did go lower off the opening drive. Where's the opening candle? Right there. We started to go down off the opening drive and then managed to find support and then rip back above VWAP, which is now we're currently hanging out around. So very, very good moves coming in. 3 of my targets did hit on Twitter to the downside there. We are now 30 cents in the money on the Twitter short. Let's see if we can get a bigger short out of it. Obviously, a lot of buyers still here. Elon buying making $825 million on his position in over a day is just, well, not over a day probably, because his filing was probably on the day of or a couple of days later. Not sure when his position was. Not sure they know his position. It's probably today alone. Okay. Thank you, Sean. Sean put it in the chat. We don't know his position. It's probably from today's move alone.
And guys, here we go. Tesla broke 1140 to the upside. We're now 1142, nearing 1143. This happened. Super happy to see that. And again, the next level I can see is 1145. Let's see if we get there soon. I mean, $2 left until there. Next level I see at around 1156. Down we go to 1164, and this beautiful level at 1169. After we break that 1170-ish level, we have a lot of room to go back to 1200 for Tesla. And yeah, we're still there, but I mean 1145 I believe should happen today.
1145 very easily could happen today, or should happen today, you said. I think she said should. It will?
Most likely. I mean, we're now 1143.
Then, yeah, without a doubt, we're only a couple points away from there at that point. Let me go look at what Tesla's daily chart looks like. TSLA. Why is there so many Teslas over there? Is it like every single market in the world? Holy moly. All right, so let's go back to Tesla real quick and check out all-time high 1243. So I think we're gonna go test that number very soon on Tesla. Also, I want to know if maybe it wasn't on. Okay, yeah, it's something. I'll keep this question to myself, because I'll figure out the answer for it by myself. Can you explain the red candle on NIO? And I red candle on NIO. So basically, there were not enough buyers, and too many sellers came in, and the stock kept pushing to the downside, and still buyers didn't show up, and then it just kept going lower and lower and lower, and now still buyers aren't showing up, so it's going lower. There's only one way to explain a red candle, which is it's being sold off, right? I don't know how else you want me to explain that, really, because the market is trying to go up at the moment, and NIO obviously pushing to the downside, which is in the Chinese ETF stocks that you want to keep an eye on without a doubt. If we go to FXIAM, hello, thank you. So FXIAM is currently pushing to the downside, still above VWAP though, up 3% on the day, 2.983. You use your numbers however you want to use them. Still up on the day and trying to go to the downside eventually. Let me actually throw some orders here. Bop, 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 bop. All right, cool. So FXI trying to go down. That means probably getting dragged down by BABA, which is the #1 weighted stock in that basket, BABA. And then we got a bunch of other ones elsewhere too, which is your Tencent, which I can't pull up at the moment, but maybe I could pull up. Ooh-wee, there goes Twitter, baby. Twitter to the downside. Now 30 cents, 40 cents in the money on Twitter. Let's go check out where we're going to. I do have an order to take profits at 50.65 or 50.55, I remember. Let's see if we actually go downside to that price point, or are we going to keep on bouncing over here, which is going to shake me and bake me and wake me a little bit. Obviously, shake and baking at the moment coming in. A little bit of support, which I don't like at all. So maybe we start taking off some size over here, and we remake our orders. We'll take out some size over here. See if they give me that one. They did. I don't want to do that much, and we'll do that right there, and see if we can ride the stock back to the 50 period EMA, or even $49. If we get to $49, we can be flat on the stock, which would be a very good thing for me. That Twitter dip is not real. It's not real. TCAT going to $6. Let's go check out TCAT. TCAT is on Amex? Yes. TCAT on Amex. 31 million shares traded today, and still going up north, and still the undisputed king of the world is TCAT. TCAT still moving up in a great way, obviously. 31 million shares traded so far, and trying to ring in the money for all you longs. For whoever is short, what could be or whoever wants to be short, what could be certain areas that I would be looking for? Maybe a $5 nice and even $5, or even this upward extension of 550 past that 5. Something will be standing out for me. So we'll see how it behaves once we do get there on TCAT, TKAT on Amex. Love that you're putting hair, but love that you're putting the work, but what's with the hair? It's whatever I want it to be, my friend. I don't know. I had to ask permission from the chat to color my hair or not color my hair.
That's right.
If you guys are going against I feel you guys are going against retailer. I'm going against whoever I have to go against to make the trade I need to make, right? That's me, and that's the answer for everybody. I'm going against algos. I'm going against retail flow. I'm going against hedge funds. I'm going against Citadel. I'm going against Neil, Sean, whoever who's on the opposite direction of my trade. We have to go against them. That is the nature of that trade. So if it's a retailer that I'm going against, then I'm against retailer. If Sean is long Palantir and I'm short Palantir, then I'm against Sean, right? So whoever that I have to go against to make that money or lose my money, I will go against them. That is the answer for the market right there. You cannot evade that. It is an all-out war over here. Everyone's fighting everybody. Everyone's fighting everybody.
That's right, but remind you guys that just around 25 minutes left until the end of the show, and we would really like you to smash the like button. If you forgot or not logged in, please do so right now. We still need 170 more likes, and we still have more than 2,000 people watching, so we literally can do it like this, guys. Just please, it's really important to us. We would never ask if it wouldn't be so. And all of you have a like button, so click it, smash it, like it.
Yeah, we don't have much time left on the show today, so make sure that we smash it. Let me actually just throw in a color over here. I'm not even logged into my Reddit account, so we can close that one over here. What was I gonna do? I was gonna look at something. I was gonna look at the view count, the like count. So 863, and also I was gonna check if I actually liked it today, which I did. So that's good.
Yay, statistics time.
Yeah, statistics time. Uh, Okay, cool. So coming back to you guys over here in the chat, let me see. Got my like in. Thank you everyone for those who got their likes in on the day. Twitter coming back to the north side after giving us some profit territories. Sorry. Twitter coming back to up to the upside a little bit after giving us some profits. Nasdaq, sorry, not Nasdaq. S&P 500 futures also moving back to the north side here, which could give us a chance to load back into the short side off the day's high and not risk too much on the short side if it does get up there. And if it doesn't get up there, obviously we do not want to be involved in this trade, and we don't want to get burnt on it. So I actually want to let the Nasdaq, not Nasdaq, ES, which is your SPYs, move up quite a bit before I think about what I want to do on that side. Looks like what the heck, I just got flipped long big time on this trade. So let me throw out some orders here because I just got flipped long.
While you do this, Brad, Phil McCracken actually sent us a member message, a huge supporter of show. The only stock worth shorting is D's. I actually googled D's, couldn't find. Phil McCracken, are you playing with me again? Miss V, the best. Need more appearance from Greg. Great insight. Thank you so much, Phil. 9 months, crazy, almost a year together as a member, and love to see you on the chat. And I absolutely agree with you. Not that I'm a best, but thank you. But that we need more Greg. Greg is wonderful, and I love that now we have like all these people joining Market Movers, bringing their own insights and developing and making our community even better. Thank you.
How did all those orders sit on 25s? Are you kidding me? No, those are half orders, right? Let me actually make sure. Missy, can you still take over for a second? I need to make sure this
Yeah,
is
sure. I was right that that was some joke, but Phil McCracken, it's all right. I got used to this. Meanwhile, someone talked about that NIO. We're down more than 8%, moving to the sideways. No, doesn't look really strong to me, but let's see like this level. If we break that 0.70, we have all the room to lows of the day 0.68. Let's take a look at higher time frame or that Nile. It's AM.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, just a second. Let's take a look at higher time frame. Yeah, so I can see like a downtrend on this name. The previous close was 0.77, and we just keep going lower and lower on Nile, and I believe we have a low float on that name. Oh, we also on SSR.
Also on SSR for Nile, it is right. That is on SSR. It was down more than 10% at one point. Now coming back up, and what else is coming back is actually Twitter, TWTR. I can't spell Twitter today after typing it so many times. My fingers are dying on me. So let's see if Twitter can reclaim this 105 level. Obviously not 105, sorry, 51 level that we're looking at. That has been struggling quite a bit, and futures are also not really doing anything exciting. We only have about 20 minutes left in this show, and then you guys will be put into the closing show with Neil, Sean, and Brendan, and even Miss V will be coming on there. So make sure you guys are staying tuned, because when you go there, you will have to hit the like button, hit the like button again to show support for that show over there. So make sure you guys show all the love for them too, because we love you guys. You know that. Let me actually close this trade over here, because now Twitter is indeed coming back through the original price we were short. So that was a neat little scalp on Twitter over there, and we covered the rest of the shares for a tiny little loss, which is acceptable with me. Miss V.
Aldo Stack sent us a super chat saying Netflix, Facebook, Nvidia, question mark, question mark, question mark. All of those names are great. And thank you for your super chat. I hope you are having a great, profitable day. Suprad, I know we were talking about Nvidia a little bit. I don't remember if we touched on Netflix and Facebook. Any of those names you're interested in?
Yeah, let's go check out NVIDIA, which is currently hanging out near VWAP, trying to see if it wants to go back to the downside or actually bounce off of 272 VWAP 100 period EMA. Multiple reasons for it to bounce, but Nasdaq and S&P 500 don't really look that strong to me just yet, so they could push back to the downside and take out most of these stocks that are hanging out in front of VWAP, such as Apple, AMD, even Microsoft. Microsoft is still hanging out by 313, not really going much lower than that, and looks like Twitter did get back above 51, but it's trying to see if we can take out the high day, which is 51.37, and along with what did you say, Nvidia? You said Nvidia. Facebook was the one I didn't cover from all that, and Netflix and Facebook. So let's go check out what Facebook is doing today. Facebook actually up 3.5%, almost 4% on the day, with 16 million shares traded and looking very healthy. Facebook looking very strong. Look at the move. Look at the pre-market high break itself, 227 possible break that you could have had, and you never look back. Just rip. And now we're trying to see support in front of possibly maybe VWAP or even the 50 period EMA, which is exactly where the stock is right now. $232.80. S&P 500 trying to come down at the moment, and your UVXY, which is down 5.25% also on the day, bringing down some of the volatility in this market. Poor Chris Rock. Okay, we're not going there. You're awesome, buddy. Yes, everyone's awesome. Have you ever used GPU-I, like a normal GPU? Yes, I use a GPU in my computer. I'm not sure what you're talking to. Liquid cooling? I think I have an all-in-one liquid cooler, not like a legitimate crazy nerd liquid cooler. Like I have a normal all-in-one liquid cooler that works decent, pays my keeps my PC cool enough for me. Getting back into possibly Twitter anytime soon here, because Twitter might just go back to the downside off of those 51 levels. We are seeing a Twitter battle over here. We're also watching Nasdaq come back, not Nasdaq, sorry, S&P 500 come back. Opinions on Palantir. Let's go check out what Palantir is looking like at the moment. Palantir is very, very healthy. Palantir in front of this 1450 level. We were short originally on Palantir. We took a tiny loss on this move, but we scalped out a pretty decent short. But now I think look at the way it's holding around those same areas that we traded it earlier. That doesn't excite me too much on Palantir, so we're just gonna leave this one alone. If anything, maybe the longs are in play other than anything else on that trade. So Palantir, just gonna let that stock be for the time being, that is. All right, Netflix about to give up the ghost. Netflix about to give up the ghost. Not sure what that even means, but Netflix about to do something, I'm guessing, that's going to be exciting to talk about. So let's go check out Netflix at the moment. Netflix trying to do what? Netflix, ooh, big move on Netflix today. Huge, humongous, gigantic, parabolic move on Netflix today, 5.4% coming in, but now we're actually seeing it reject a little bit in front of $396. Let's see how low can we go on Netflix off of that rejection. Would obviously love for it to go back to the high price and absolutely rip out the high day. Netflix, we have seen it do some crazy moves before. What am I watching on Netflix right now? I have some movies downloaded. I also watched Moon Knight, was it? What's that the TV show? Yeah, Moon Knight. I watched that one too. That one's pretty good. I forget what I have. I have some movies downloaded on my phone on the bus ride home. So, we still like Netflix, but I'm telling you, man, Netflix is about to get dethroned very soon, very, very soon.
I just finished watching Inventing Anna.
Inventing Anna?
Yeah,
it was good, right?
It was
I
good.
told
In
you
the
about
end,
that.
It was sad.
Yeah, that girl is an actual real story.
Yeah, no.
Like an absolute real story. Yeah.
Okay, no spoilers.
Yeah. I'm gonna be quiet about that. Inventing Anna. Have you heard of it? Moon Knight is Disney. Yes, Moon Knight is Disney. That is correct. Pratt, you watch Bollywood? Heck no. I got no time for 3-hour movies with half of them being the dances, man. I got no time for that. I actually was watching a 2-hour movie yesterday. What was it called? Moonfall or something with Halle Berry. Bro, I had to take like 3 breaks during that movie. It was not bad. It was decent, but I had to take 3 breaks, like 2 hours, and you drag it along for so long. Like, I got things to do, man. I got things to do. Like, I got 12-year-olds to go fight in video games, and you guys make me watch for 2 hours? Come on, dude. I can't do that. But yeah, a lot of fun, good movies, new movies out there. I can't wait to see. Uncharted is what I'm waiting for next. Uncharted. Did you read 50 Shades of Grey? No. Do I look like I want to read 50 Shades of Grey, dude? Come on.
Even I didn't read 50
Even I
Shades of
didn't
Grey.
read, she says. Yeah, what makes you think I want to read 50 Shades of Grey? Come on. All right. Are you short Twitter? No, I'm not short Twitter. I'm waiting for what it wants to do around these prices at the moment. TWTR on New York. What it wants to do around 51, 52. I'd much rather be heavy short in front of 52 than be short right now, obviously. But this could be a decent short opportunity. If you're risking the high a day, get in short around here and just risk the high a day. That's an opportunity that is there for you. Or you can even flip long on the break of high a day for a possible move to $52 and then get short at $52. So multiple trade opportunities there. I just don't know what I want to do with it just yet. Brad, read 1984. Yes, I do need to read that. I do need to read that. Turn off the video games for a night. You think I'm going to read 1984 in one night when I have literally, what, like 2 hours to go home and do nothing? You think I'm going to be able to do it in 2 hours? Come on, guys. Have you played Sea of Thieves? Yes, but I only used to steal from other people. I never used to do my own work. So I play the game the way you're supposed to, the pirate way. Arr. Uncharted, great game indeed. Great game, Uncharted, without a doubt. Tom Holland was his name, coming in with that acting for that movie. Can't wait to see what he does. You trying to play Valorant tonight? Ooh, maybe. I usually solo queue, but yeah, maybe. It's 2022. You can listen to the book in one night. No, not happening. Not happening. We see what people, too much of sentence over there. You could read 1994 in 6 hours. Not happening. V for Valorant. No, V for Valeria.
Oh,
V for Valeria. All right, where are we going to? Still watching this Twitter over here. Not sure what it wants to do. Market doesn't really want to push up. You know, we've been for 2 hours where the market has just been hanging out near the high days and putting us to sleep. So not much happening for the market so far. I would like for it to push up a little bit more so that way I can get my shorts closer to 45.65. But it looks like that is not what the opportunity is being given to us. And Twitter, once again, back below $51. Not sure what I want to do here. Let's take a tiny short on Twitter. It's going to run away without us. Run away, love, love, love. Let's go check out Twitter. There it goes. It's going to move down with us. We're in a tiny short. Let's try to build back into it and see if we can make it work for us. Do the futures come off now without us because we wanted to go a little bit higher? That's also something that we want for us to work for us. Obviously not coming out. I think you just got to bite the bullet and short Twitter. That is something that you might just have to do because we're not taking out the higher days on the market and we're not taking out the higher days on Twitter. Have you listened to other D&Ds like Critical Role, for example? No, I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, but I would like to try one day. One day I would like to. We have about 12 minutes in the market, and right now we're trying to work on this Twitter short. Let's see if this time is the successful short opportunity on Twitter and we get a possible $1 per share move, or is it not the right time to be short still? Can you check MULN? Let's go check out MULN. MULN currently doing absolutely nothing, just hanging out by VWAP. And this is why I said earlier, you know, I'm expecting nothing happening on MULN if this comes into play. Even though it got a nice little bump up in volume, I did mention this means nothing to me unless I see a rise in relative volume, which is still below 1, well below 1 on MULN. So congratulations for MULN to hold at the $3 level, but there will be no longs in play until the relative volume picks back up when we start trading 100 million shares in about before lunchtime, that is. But obviously MULN, when we used to talk about it, was about, I think, 20-30 million float, and now we're at 200 million float on MULN. So it's going to take a lot more buying for the stock to actually start moving around and show you the type of moves that it used to back in the day. It's going to need a lot buying now on the stock.
I just wanted to bring this list still stocks that remain volume leaders. Twitter is number 1 on the day, 200 million volume. Then we have that PLX and SNDL. Top performers and UTX, guys, that merger that just became public on NASDAQ, I believe. ATR, we were talking about them. And PPGHU, Payama Global, I don't know if it's Chinese name or not. And TKT also on best performers list. While at the bottom we have Snow Lake Order, LITM, we have ARTW and GWGH.
GWGH. Let's go check out what this one's doing. GWG Holdings with 12 times relative volume. GWG H on NASDAQ, I'm guessing, doing a little less on the volume end, but somehow has 12 times relative volume. So not sure what's going on over here for GWGH at the moment. Tilray possible breakout. Tilray, TLRY. Let's go check out Tilray on NASDAQ. Tilray possible breakout apparently, and not really seeing that yet. No volume rise, maybe a slight volume rise, but I don't think it's really doing anything just yet. Obviously you want to keep your eyes peeled for marijuana ETF, the MJ or the HMMJ, whichever one you're looking at. I believe Brandon did mention not too long ago to me that MJ is more growers ETF than anything else, so maybe there'll be a little bit of a difference on MJ compared to the stock that you're trading, especially if you're looking at a company that is not a grower. Tilray up pretty decent today though, along with the marijuana ETF, both of them up about 1%, I believe. Let's just quickly go back to what Tilray was. Yeah, not even 1% on Tilray, but the marijuana ETF up almost 1%. Who's dragging them up? I believe it's CGC then, who's up 6%. CGC pulling up the whole sector single-handedly, solo dolo. What else can I say to boost up CGC over here? Weed.to, solo dolo helping out the whole market for weed sectors. Looks like the futures are going to give me an opportunity to get short at the price point that I've been waiting for all day now. And let's see if they actually give me the fill. They're not going to give me the fill just yet, but we're just going to sit there waiting for that fill coming in. And Twitter, we are short Twitter, but we're only in the money 10 cents at the moment. Not sure what we want to do with it just yet. I would like to be more in the short on Twitter, but at the right prices. Maybe if we cross below 50.50, I think about adding. Maybe if we cross below the 50-period EMA, I think about adding. And until then, I'm just going to hold on to whatever size I have left on this trade. Can you look at IMPP? IMPP, let's go quickly take a look at this one. The volume has died off quite a bit on IMPP, obviously, without a doubt. Relative volume well below $1. Well below 1. And trading sideways for quite a bit, even though we are up almost 7% on the day. Trading very much sideways, trading like in penny ranges for so long that people would just get bored of it, especially if you're not able to take advantage of stocks that are trading in pennies. It's very, very boring without a doubt. Can we get Miss V to do a dab before the show over? Miss V, do you want to do a dab before the show's over?
What dab is?
Dab.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
Yeah,
Cool.
pretty good.
Okay, talking about boring trading. Here's SPI. I remind you guys that I'm short in that name. We are now, like, the low of the day was 3.18. We're now trying to go a little bit higher. But again, if we take a look at higher time frame, SPI on NASDAQ. Come on. Hi there. Anyways, we don't have really a lot of room in there. I'm looking for a specific level. I'm having issues with this chart anyways. I'm thinking of if we hit that low of the day, I will get out, like have around 30% of my whole position. I still have, so probably get rid of the rest around here. We'll just have like 10% into the closing power hour to see if any major break to the downside will happen, or if it will happen to the upside. I will just have my stop loss right around where I got into the trade.
Yeah, let's go see what happens. I actually got to do this and this over here. And what just happened somewhere else? Looks like something just filled maybe. No. Huh. Okay, cool. What is a dab? It's just a dance move created by Fortnite kids, I believe. I'm not even sure where it originated from. It's just a stupid dance move. Ignore it. Absolutely ignore it, please. Check out DIA, which is your Dow Jones Diamond. Let's go check out what the Dow Jones overall Dow 30 are doing today. On Amex, not MA, on Amex. DIA on Amex. There we go. On Amex currently are flat on the day, very much looking like S&P 500 too, if you ask me. Hanging out, not really doing anything important on the day for the market. Twitter shorts may be working this time. I'm not sure if it's actually working this time. Still pain in the butt for the Twitter for when is the right opportunity to take some fills on this trade is the main question that everyone has for the downside. Currently, I am up like 5 cents because I'm short $51, but we just want a flush, an absolute flush to come in and push the stock down to $50 or so.
I'm super excited to see what Tesla gonna do during the power hour, and guys, so strong, almost 1150,000. Yes, we are there, and if we break that 1150, we have even more room for Tesla to go higher. Markets are still up 1.69%, but again, either like three options: either we will be moving like sideways, either Tesla like consolidating, either Tesla will rip, or we will go a little bit down. But I don't really see the reason or expect Tesla to really deep, like even to give up 1110s. Like, I mean, we're now 1150 already. And speaking about that, guys, 50 more likes are needed. 50, and literally 4 minutes until the end of the show. We need your help, and I know that you are also excited to see Neil, Brandon, and Sean, to hear what they were trading for these 3 hours. And if you do so, please smash the like button. Otherwise, we will be sitting here until we don't get that 1K. So it's in your interest to give us that 1K likes.
That's right. If you want to see the best traders in the world trade for you, you better make Miss V's wishes come true over there. And this very moment, I am now short the futures. Let's see what the futures want to do, if they want to pay us or if they want to burn us on this short opportunity. We also covered some shorts on Twitter over there. We only covered a couple bags. Let's see if Twitter wants to cover more bags for us. TWTR on New York. On New York, Pratt. There we go. Let's see if it wants to give us more fills on the way down. We're not really getting any fills just yet. Still a lot of volume on Twitter, man. 200 million shares traded today, up 30%. Insane move coming in, obviously, from that catalyst of Elon Musk buying them up. Just buying up 9% of Twitter and just trying to revolutionize the social media aspect of Twitter over there. Let's go check on what Apple is doing.
1K likes. Let's do dab instead of shimmy.
Whoa.
Thank you, guys. We love it.
Yeah, so 1K likes, thank you as always, without fail. You guys are the best. Apple's actually trying to go up north here. Microsoft also possibly trying to go north, triple top, quadruple top, whatever tops you see over here on Microsoft. You calculate those tops, my friends, because we're about to get another retest off that top on the Nasdaq market, or not Nasdaq. I mean Nasdaq also trying to go up to the north side and test those highs. S&P 500 also following with them to go and test retest those highs. Let's see if they do so. We are, as mentioned, we are currently short, trying to risk the high day, which is not too far from here. And especially with this move that we are seeing in the market at the moment, could very easily go for the high day break and get well above the high day break, because because Apple has shown us that it wants to go to the north side right now. So because of that, I would urge people to be careful on your shorts, because if Apple and Microsoft want to go north, they will bring the overall market to the high side, and they will burn the bears, absolutely burn all the bears. So I'm just want to make sure that I don't give back everything that I've made on the MES today, especially after having successful multiple short opportunities on the MES. I don't want to give back everything I've made. I'm okay with giving back some, but not most of it. So the high day now, 45.68 on the MES/M22CM, 45.68. We're a little bit out of the money, about 2 points out of the money, but not too much of a deal. Over our time.
2 p.m. already, guys. Thank you so much for being with us again. Big shout out to Sam Troy for sending a super chat, for all others who sent us super chats, for 1K likes. We love you. Enjoy last 2 hours of the trading day.
Yeah, guys. Пока-пока.
Пока-пока.
Hey guys, welcome to the close. 2 o'clock, couple hours left in a Monday trading session. Brand new week, which has been kind of back and forth overall. We are positive on the day. If we want to jump right into the overall market here, I'll show you where we stand right now. The S&P rather, 0.63 to the upside. The Dow just creeping back into positive territory as we come back on.